Park in downtown San Diego, California. Final game of this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Andy Mazer alongside Jerry Coleman. Ted Leitner rejoins us tomorrow. And Dave Marcus alongside as our producer as well, as the Padres will look to take another series from the Colorado Rockies. They did so in early May in Denver, taking 2 out of 3 from those Colorado Rockies in similar fashion, losing the first game, coming back to win the second game, and eventually taking the final game of the three-game series. Padres evened things up yesterday with a 2-0 win behind a great effort by Tim Stauffer. A career-high 8 innings pitched and a career-high 8 strikeouts. He also contributed with a couple of base hits, including one that drove in the second run of the ballgame. All 2 of the runs, that is, were scored in that 5th inning. Alberto Gonzalez with an RBI single on the infield, that is, and then Tim Stauffer with a solid single to left field. They got Gonzalez home and a 2-0 win for the Padres as Heath Bell came in to nail down save number 17. But today a new day as the Padres and the Rockies will play once again here at Petco Park. The Rockies and the Padres both making some roster moves today. The Padres have activated Nick Hundley from the disabled list. Blake T. Cody has been optioned to AA San Antonio. And also Aaron Cook has been called up here by the Colorado Rockies. He'll be making his first start of the 2011 season. He has fared very well against the San Diego Padres in his career. We'll chronicle those numbers for you as we move along here in this broadcast. Good to see Nick Hundley back in there, though, and he'll be in that lineup today, and he'll be batting 6th, and we're going to get the complete lineups for you because we have the Colonel, Jerry Coleman.
Andy, all set to go. Carlos Gonzalez leading off for Colorado. He'll be in center field. At second base, Chris Nelson. He'll be batting second. Hitting third, Todd Hilton, the old pro at first base. Will be the cleanup batter in left field. Brad Hopp will be in right field hitting 5th. Hitting 6th, Nick Hundley getting a shot. Man, it seems like he's been gone forever. He'll be behind the plate and doing the catching. Jorge Cantu will be the first baseman in 7th spot. Alberto Gonzalez will be at second base hitting 8th. And pitching and batting 9th, Dustin Mosley. Here's a guy who's won only 2 games He's lost 6, but believe me, his ERA is 3, which tells you what? The Padres have not been hitting, Andy.
That is absolutely the truth, because he does still own the lowest amount of run support in all of Major League Baseball.
Amazing.
And all he's done is go out there and pitch good baseball, with perhaps the exception of the start he had against the Colorado Rockies. That was on the 13th of May. One of his shortest starts in a long time. He only went 4 innings, gave up 9 hits and 6 earned runs in that time here to the Colorado Rockies.
What I'm going to find is what Tim Stauffer ate yesterday to look like Bob Feller and Walter Johnson, the whole crew. Man, he had stuff.
He was special. Definitely was special. Carlos Gonzalez will step in here to get this game underway. Final game of this 3-game series. Padres looking to take the series with a victory here today. And we're glad you're alongside us, wherever you might be listening here today. First pitch of the ball game is called a strike, and we're underway.
And the big thing today, Andy, the Padres can move out of last place, I think, by percentage points. Rockies 28-32, Padres 28-34, so we'll see which way it goes.
Mosley ready on his 0-1. Here it comes, and Gonzalez pops it up, third base side. Tough chance now for Headley moving back and smoothly making that play over his left shoulder. And out number 1. Leadoff man is retired. And that'll bring to the plate Chris Nelson here in a scoreless game.
You know, 2 of the big guns for the Rockies last year were Carlos Gonzalez hit well over 300. An all-star any way you look at it. And Troy Tulowitzki, who was well with the home runs and everything, only at 250 this year. So these 2 guys have been the bread and butter of the Rockies. They're struggling.
So here's Nelson. And the first pitch by Mosley a little bit low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes.
The other day he had 2 hits. The one that won the ball game. Bang, just like that.
Yeah, that big double, a big triple.
Yep.
There's the 1-0 pitch. And a strike called. And we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. A little overcast here downtown. A little marine layer overhead, but still very comfortable. 71 degrees here at game time. And a pitch inside for ball 2, 2-1. Nothing like they're having weather-wise around the country here. I was watching a little bit of the Reds game today. They had a game-time temperature in the upper 90s. There's a ground ball toward the shortstop. Nicely to his left is Bartlett. Smooth throw to first in time. Jason Bartlett ranging to his left, almost behind the bag at second base. Throws out the speedy Nelson, 2 away.
You know, Bartlett's got great range. He catches the ball. He's had a little bit of an arm problem. It slows down the fact that he can put juice on the ball, but he got it there in time, got rid of it, made the play.
So that'll bring up Todd Helton.
Juice. We're not going to use that word.
I know, it's a no-no these days.
Bad word.
Yeah. Has a negative connotation now, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a phrase, but can't use it.
Let's go back with mustard. How about that?
Better. This old goat here hitting 300, man, oh man, it's amazing. He can play.
Helton takes ball 1 from Dustin Mosley. Scoreless in the first, and the next one on the way. That's a little bit low, and it's 2-0.
I think he's going to go in the Hall of Fame, the first Rocky to get there.
He should be in strong consideration.
Oh, yeah.
He put up some big numbers over the span of his career. Now the 2-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. Slider from Mosley, 2-1.
I love the way he looked at home plate. He didn't like that.
No.
You can't turn around to the umpire and say, you dummy, you missed it, because they'll throw you out. You just got to look like you've been deflated.
Now Mosley's 2-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. Chase went out of the zone that time, 2-2.
I like that word, deflated. You know, it's
deflated,
better than being
yeah.
ticked off. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. You can use that one.
You're not showing anybody up. You're just kind of upset with yourself, you know. And I like the way you're thinking on that one. Here comes the 2-2 now to Helton. And he just got a piece and fouled it back to the screen. Still 2-2.
Well, you know, that's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball, which is not all that overpowering, but it looked as though Helton was totally fooled by it. He just stuck out his bat to stay alive.
Got a lot of sink to it. And we're going to see a couple of guys that do depend on the sinker here, and Mosley and Aaron Cook making his first start of 2011 for the Rockies. 2-2. Where did that miss? I'd like to ask that question to Mike Estabrook, the home plate umpire. Full count.
Yeah, Cook's my highlight. He got his finger caught in the door. Missed the entire first part of this year. You like that? How can you close your door on a finger?
That's a strange injury.
Yeah.
Full count here to Todd Helton. Pitch on the way from Mosley, and a fly ball foul down the third base line. Out of play. Still full, 3-2. Yeah, as a right-handed pitcher, though, you kind of need that index finger, don't you?
I think anytime you break a finger and you're trying to hold the bat, it's very difficult to have one stuck up in the air. It doesn't work too well.
First 2 men retired on a foul out and a ground out. here in this first inning. Scoreless, 3-2. Smash towards second and beyond the dive of Alberto Gonzalez into right field for a base hit. 2-out single for Helton. That's his 4th hit in this series. That'll bring up Troy Tulowitzki.
Hey, here's the guy you got to watch.
A world of talent.
Yeah, best shortstop in baseball, no question about it. Defensively and offensively. Although he got off to a gangbuster start and fell flat on his you-know-what and trying to get back in the beam.
So Mosley will try to knock him right off that beam again here. With Helton not a threat to run over at first base. Pitch on the way here to Tulowitzki and apparently high. 1 ball, no strikes. Padres on the infield have Headley, Bartlett, Gonzalez, and Cantu. That's the infield third to first. Outfield from left to right is Ludwig, Patterson, and Hopp. And a battery today of Mosley and Nick Hundley. 1-0. Off speed, in for a strike. 1-1.
And he's thinking about these Rocky guys. You know, if you want to have some pretty good numbers, just play in Colorado year-round. I mean, balls that don't go out anyplace else do clear the fence there.
And we've seen some opposite field broken bat type home runs that have gone out of that park over the years. The 1-1 up and in, almost hit him.
Ooh.
He had to low bridge to get out of the way of that one. Tulowitzki down on a knee.
I don't know how much that missed his head, but it was an eyelash, I'll tell you that. And that's a very tight spot. He's at home plate on one knee. Did he hit him? I guess he did hit him.
I guess they're going to call it a hit batter. I mean, Mike Estabrook never made the distinction of a hit batter, and now he's going to let Tulowitzki go on down to first base. I'm not sure if it actually hit him, to be honest with you.
I like to see slow motion of that to get a good look at it, but he just stayed on one knee for all kinds of time.
It may have grazed the low part of his bottom hand on the bat.
Yeah.
But you'd think that if it did hit him, the home plate umpire, Mike Estabrook, would have indicated it right away instead of waiting for Tulowitzki to get to his feet again.
Well, he wanted to hear from Tulowitzki. Like, yeah, it hit me. Why not? I'll tell you, that's about as close as I've seen a guy almost getting hit and not getting hit. That's that close. Wow. Glad he's okay. Good man.
So now first and second with 2 away. And the left-hand batting Seth Smith will come to the plate. During our ball game today, if you have questions for us here in the booth and you want to pass along some comments, mypadres at xx1090sandiego.com. Once again, our email address is mypadres at xx1090sandiego.com. We look forward to hearing from you today.
And here's one of the hot hitters for the club along with Helton. He's been hot 3 hits in this series.
3 for 8 for Smith. Scoreless game in the first inning, and a first pitch curve is in for a strike, 0-1.
You know, sometimes if you're a player and you get beamed, you really never get over it. You know, there's certain pitchers that'll, may back you off a little bit when they deliver the ball. You're a little bit nervous.
Now, there have been stories about guys through the years that you could throw one pitch inside and disrupt them for the entire series.
Well, I got beamed twice, and of course each time the ball broke. Just
hard-headed guy sitting to my left.
Caved in on you.
0-2 here on Smith after another curve in for a strike. Just barely caught the outside corner, but good enough according to Estabrook. Here comes the 0-2 by Mosley. And that's a little bit high, and it's 1-2. You're not going to get the high strike. We've already figured that out here today.
I'll tell you what, Dave, if you get beaten without a helmet, you're on the ground saying, what am I doing down here? I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, that's scary. That is scary stuff. Helton at second. He's singled. Tulowitzki at first was hit by a pitch. All with 2 away. The 1-2 now is strike 3 call. Got him on the inside corner. Mosley with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. The inning has come to an end. No runs on a hit. 2 men left after a half inning. Rockies nothing. Padres coming up. This is Padre Baseball, XX1090 in the Padres Radio Network. Eric Patterson will lead things off here against Aaron Cook, who'll make his first start. I mentioned in the opener that he was called up. He was actually activated from the disabled list, which he was on at the beginning of the year with that broken index finger. And the corresponding move today was Greg Reynolds, one of their other part-time starters, was optioned to AAA Colorado Springs. So Aaron Cook has certainly done very well against the San Diego Padres in his career. And his first pitch to Eric Patterson is high for ball one.
He's the winningest pitcher of all time for the Rockets, believe it or not. I didn't know that till I read that today.
And Patterson fouls it out of play, left side, 1-1 they on the count. Aaron Cook has 14 career wins against the San Diego Padres against just 4 losses. He is 7-1 in this park. And the 1-1 now to Patterson, up and in. It's 2-1. And he pitched in a game in Colorado in 2009, in which he completely shut down the Padres. There's a liner foul, third base side. Look out. 2-2 down the count. And it was a 9-inning complete game, which took him only 74 pitches to complete.
In Colorado?
Actually, that was back in 07. Yeah, it was in Denver.
Impossible.
74 pitches. Can you imagine that? 2-2 pitch. Line again, foul. Third base side. Good at bat here by Patterson. Seeing some pitches.
He's not throwing the ball very hard right now, 88, but sometimes it takes a pitcher an inning or two to get organized. We'll see what happens.
2-2 to Eric Patterson. Pitch by Cook is a little flare into shallow center field. Racing in now is Gonzalez. Dives, can't make the play. Streaking towards second base is Patterson. He'll slide in with a double. A hustle double to lead off the game for the San Diego Padres by Eric Patterson.
I'll tell you anything about speed. One of the few guys on this club or either team to get that second base on that ball.
So a man in scoring position early on. And the Padres will bring up Jason Bartlett to the plate. So Patterson aboard at second base.
With a few guys on the ball club with a controlled bat, so he's got to get the guy to third or get him in or do something. You can't leave him out at second base.
Second double of the year for Eric Patterson. And now Bartlett 1 for 4 last night, 2 for 8 in this series. Will come up against Aaron Cook. And a throw back behind the runner at second, not in time. Tulowitzki makes the field, but to the right field side of the bag at second, not close. Outfield just a little bit toward right center against the right-hand hitting Jason Bartlett. Give him the gap in left center. A lot of the line down the left field side as well. Cook from the stretch. Again, will whirl and throw back. This time a lot closer, and they get him. Eric Patterson picked off second. Pick off 1-6. 1 away. Base is empty.
You know, I was just about to say, look at that guy out there at shortstop, Tulowitzki. He's playing so far off the bag that you can walk over there and get it. The left side of the infield wide open, and they pick him off. Yeah, you talk about a throw right on the money.
Yeah, right there. Easy call for Tim Cheetah. And the pitch to Bartlett is a strike called on the outside corner.
Well, that's inexcusable, really. First batter getting on second base, nobody out, get picked off. Wow.
And the 0-1 slider outside evens the count at 1-1.
Give him a demerit.
I mean, we talk about physical errors, and those are things that are going to happen. You boot a ball, you throw a ball high, or you throw it wide. The 1-1 up the middle. It'll be fielded on a couple of hops here by Tulowitzki. Guns it across in time to get Bartlett 2 away. But it's the mental errors that just drive people nuts. I mean, you think about, what a guy is thinking in a certain situation, and not to pick on Eric Patterson because it does happen from time to time. But well, first play wasn't close. Second one, they get him.
He wasn't picked off. He's at third base now with 1 down.
So 2 away, and the bases are empty. Chase Headley will come to the plate. His 16-game hitting streak came to an end last night. He was 0 for 4, hit almost 340 during the length of that streak, and he'll just have to start another one today. Curveball taken for a strike, 0-1. Scoreless game, first inning. Cook's 0-1. And missing outside. 1-1 now the count.
I think he's throwing the ball 85 to 90. I don't think he's gone over 90 or even that far.
1-1 on the way here from Aaron Cook, and a swing and a miss. Got in on him.
Check the right side of the infield. Second baseman's on the lip of the grass, almost behind the first baseman. Look at that gap between second and the second baseman. What a gap.
1-2 pitch, and a little flare in a shallow left. This is trouble again. Coming in now is Blackman. He dives and makes the catch, and the inning has come to an end. A couple of little flares. One fell, and this last one did not, and the Padres are done here in the first. No runs, one hit, none left after a full inning. Still scoreless. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network.
Great friend Scott BR here, talking about direct.
Saturday, June 11th, Padres and the Nationals right here at 5:35. Both teams are going to wear their 1936 jerseys, the PCL Padre uniforms, and the 1936 Washington Senator jerseys. Also that night, the first 25,000 fans take home a Padres vintage cap presented by Cox Channel 4. Don't wait, get those tickets to do it today at Padres.com. Saturday, June 11th, Padres and the Nationals.
How can they wear a Senator uniform when they're the Nationals?
I think it's just the general vicinity thing. It's a Washington thing, yeah.
I got you.
There's another strike. 0-2 here. Fired to Ty Wigginton. Scoreless game. Top of the second inning. Dustin Mosley has his sign and throws one into the dirt. Good block there by Nick Hundley, who was just chomping at the bit to get back to the big leagues and get back behind the plate here at Petco Park for the San Diego Padres. And he's feeling good. The oblique is feeling good.
Padres have three catchers, which is one more than they need, really, at this point. We'll see what happens.
There's the 1-2 pitch to Wigginton. He golfed one right to the third baseman, Chase Headley. Makes the catch on the line as he heads toward that third base bag, and one away.
Hey, Hawaiian Airlines doesn't just fly to Hawaii. They fly you nonstop with authentic Hawaiian hospitality. Bet you get. It's on a roomy, wide-body plane. HawaiianAirlines.com. Check it out. This is new, you know. They haven't had a nonstop from San Diego to Hawaii of late. Now they got good ones out there. Make it easy.
And those planes are very roomy and very wide.
Oh, no kidding.
Make you feel very comfortable heading over to the Big Island or wherever you might be going in Hawaii. First pitch strike.
Well, you used to have to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning and fly to L.A. and wait 3 hours and then get on another plane. You know, it took all day long to get there. Now, bing, you're there.
0-1 pitch now to Blackman, playing in his second big league game. Made the first start last night. And wound up 0 for 3. Count evens on him now. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score, second inning. The 1-1 pitch is a ground ball base hit to right field. Charlie Blackman has his first major league hit.
I'll say one thing. Mosley's been getting tattooed a little bit here. The ball by Wigginton, unfortunately, went to the third baseman. That was well hit, though.
So they'll get that ball into the third base dugout. And a memento there for Charlie Blackman, his first big league knock.
What do you do with that? Put that on the mantle in
sure.
the living room
Yeah,
and with stars around it and
Right by
candles and
all the trophies you accumulated as a kid, A special moment there for a young man by the name of Charlie Blackman. So he's at first base now with one away. The catcher Chris Iannetta coming to the plate. Aaron Cook will wait on deck. Second Colorado hit today, and a throw to first, and not close. Blackman back on the bag.
Yeah, Iannetta caught the first game, went 1 for 2. The guy that caught the game yesterday, his name was Jose Morales, went 0 for 0 for 0 for 0 for. So that's why this guy is catching today, I guess.
And now the pitch to Iannetta. Fastball is low. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. The schedule of Major League Baseball has been very, very wacky this year. I mean, the Padres were just in Washington. Now the Nationals will come in for 4. The Rockies are here for 3, and now the Padres will go back there for 3 next week. See a lot of these teams in a short amount of time. Another throw to first, kind of close that time. It squirts away, though, from Cantu. Heading to second base will be Blackman. He'll slide in safely at second base.
Well, who's got the air? The pitcher, I guess?
It depends on where that throw was. I didn't see if it got into the runner. Take another look at it and let you know. I'm sure the official score looking at it again. I think that's got to go on Cantu. Well, the error will go to Cantu. So down to second base now. Blackman with only 1 away. The count 1 ball, no strikes here on Iannetta. And the pitch tried to check, could not. Evens the count at 1-1. That there, the Padres' 48th error as a team this year. They came in second from the bottom in the National League. And that has been a rather large disappointment this year.
Source of discontent, so to speak.
Look back at the runner at second, the 1-1 pitch. Slider strike called on the outside corner, 1-2. Good slider there by Mosley.
There's some ground balls to the infield, even though it looks like it's an error. It's a tricky hop that they can't handle. It hits right in the belly or something, but they're not doing as well this year as they did a year ago.
Well, it's kind of hard to imagine. There's some very good and talented fielders that have won some Gold Gloves in their careers. There's the 1-2 pitch, and a fastball missing outside, evens the count at 2-2. A lot of grumbling from the crowd here.
That was a great pitch, actually, and just must have missed by an eyelash. Who's the plate umpire? Mike Estrabrook.
Scoreless in the second inning. Runner at second base for the Rockies with a 2-2 count here on Iannetta. 1 away. The pitch by Mosley. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big second out there for Mosley to bring up the pitcher, Aaron Cook.
Here's a guy who can't take, can't say it was a pitcher can't hit. He's got a bat. You never know. Look what happened to our guy yesterday, Stauffer. Drove in a key run.
Yes, he did. Big out run there. Made it a 2-run game in the 5th inning. Stauffer certainly helping himself at the plate, but boy, what a job he did on the mound.
Best I've ever seen him.
Cook chops one toward the left side. Charging it is Headley at third. A glove grab and throw on to first in time, and the inning is over. The error does absolutely no damage. No runs on a hit. And 1 error, 1 man left after an inning and a half. Scoreless at Petco. Padre Baseball, XX 1090. Here on XX 1090 with MLB.TV. Subscribe today to catch every Padres game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite handheld devices. Visit Padres.com to order and get all the details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Scoreless in the bottom of the second inning. Andy Mazur and Jerry Coleman. Ted Leitner rejoins us tomorrow as the Nationals will come in for the first of a 4-game series. Padres and Rockies wrapping up this first series here at Petco Park. And it is even, 1 game apiece.
Well, now's the time to get it going. Got the good guys, the power, Ludwig, Hop, Hundley. Let's see what happens. I'd like to see Hundley continue what he did before he got hurt. He was really right on.
Ryan Ludwig is pretty right on lately as well. Average up at 256. May not sound like much, but from where it came from, that's quite an accomplishment. He's always kept that big smile on his face and a very good disposition about things, and it certainly has paid off for him with some hard work. Ludwig takes the curve inside for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, that one really difficult spell. I had to go 19 or 20 for 0 or whatever, and it looked like he was going to hit about 112. Then he picked it up, and off he went. Been good since.
1-0 pitch, slammed at the middle into center field. A solid single to center off the bat of Ludwig. So the lead man is aboard here in the second inning.
Incidentally, Padres fans, you can pick any combination of 10 or more tickets and save up to 20% with the Padres Flex 10-pack. You can use your tickets at one game or across multiple games. Flex 10-pack tickets start as low as $11 and available on 4 great seating sections. Can't beat that. Get your Flex 10-pack today by calling this number, 795-5008. That's 619 with the area code 795-5008.
So here is Brad Hoff, the former Rocky. And he'll take a pitch from his former teammate Aaron Cook, who he's facing for the very first time. Ball 1.
You know, for me to read Flex 10-pack quick, I don't do it. I just stumble along there.
Flex 10-pack. Flex 10-pack.
Yeah, that's right.
We practiced that before the game.
Forget the Flex, just 10-pack.
Short lead by Ludwig at first, and now the pitch, and Hopp hits one solidly to left, but Blackman is right there, and he'll make the catch. Jogging on back to first base is Ryan Ludwig, now 1 away. And that'll bring up Nick Hundley. He should get a nice hand from this crowd.
Well, Ludwig is not a running threat. The 3 top guys, Patterson 8, Bartlett 10, Headley 7, then Ludwig 1 on the rest of the lineup. No stolen bases at all. So everything's going to be in the top 3 if they're running.
So Hundley in his first game since he went on the disabled list on May 4th with that strained right oblique. 4 games of rehabilitation starts down in Tucson. And now the pitch. He'll watch that one low and outside for ball 1.
You know, Andy, anytime a guy gets hurt like something like that, swinging a bat or something, you really worry about how he's going to come back to make sure he is ready when he gets back. And apparently he is.
Quick throw over, and Ludwig was barely off the bat, but a throw anyway.
I think you're going to pick him off.
He's going to take a real quick throw over there because he's not very far off the bag. Only a couple of step lead. Cook will look at him once again. Long set. Now the 1-0 pitch, and Hundley flares it towards second base. Nelson going back over his head. Can't make the play. Stopping at second base and playing that very nicely was Ryan Ludwig. Just in case Nelson caught it with his momentum going to center field, he'd have been able to get back to first. But in that instance, you don't want to set up a force play there. So Ludwig gets to the bag, first and second, with only 1 away.
You're right on that, Andy. He read that very well. And it's tougher down there to read that kind of a play than it is from up here.
Well, you're mentioning stolen bases, and if there is one today, Sue Rengel is our Steal a Meal contestant. If the Padres steal a bag, Sue's going to receive a McDonald's $25 gift card, a pair of tickets to a future Padres game, all courtesy of McDonald's, and their 42-ounce soft drinks for only 79 cents. Enter to win at xx1090sandiego.com. Sue, good luck. So 2 on and only 1 away in the scoreless game at the bottom of the second. Here's Jorge Cantu. And he'll take a strike on the first one, 0-1.
You know, so far the Padres have 3 hits in 1 of the 3rd innings, but the 3 hits have not been with much authority. Flares here and there. Got luck.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I've heard. Here's the 0-1. There's a solid single left field. Blackman will play it. Being held now is Ludwig at third. So now they're loaded with only 1 away. It was almost too sharply hit that time by Ludwig, and Blackman made a nice play charging in on it. And Glenn Hoffman forced to hold Ludwig at third.
Well, Cook's going to think about that one. That was a terrible, terrible pitch. It was a hanging curveball right in your eye, and if you missed it, you weren't looking. It was a perfect pitch to hit, and he did.
Jorge Cantu just hit it so hard that he got on top of it, and it didn't have a chance to elevate.
It was a big lollipop, as we call them. Just floated up there, hit me, and they did.
So Alberto Gonzalez will come to the plate. Drove in a run last night. Has driven in 4 in his last few starts.
It's a big run last night, too.
Well, this will be a big run to get in and take the lead. Scoreless in the second. Bases loaded with 1 away. Here's the pitch. And Gonzalez will take it low and in. Ball 1.
Well, Cook's going for the ground ball if he can get it. Get the double play, kill the inning if they can do it. But that pitch was down where he wants it. Get him on the ground. We'll see what happens with the next one.
The corners are about even with their bases. And back at double play depth in the middle infield for the Rockies. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball wide of third. It'll be a tough play now for Tulowitzki. 1 play only, first base. He'll get Gonzalez, but a run's going to score. And the Padres have taken a 1-0 lead.
I would say something about Tulowitzki. Nobody I know can make that play behind third base, running toward the line, and get the run at first base. It's amazing. He's done that 2 or 3 times. And this guy can play shortstop. Give him credit. He's got the bat if he gets back on the beam. But basically, this may be one of the best in the business out there.
And the fact that it was just wide of Wigginson's reach at third base is the only reason that the run was able to score.
Yeah.
So a nicely placed ground ball, as Jerry told you. Excellent play there by Tulowitzki. And now Dustin Mosley to the plate, and he'll take strike 1. 0-1.
I can't think of anybody in baseball, a shortstop, who would make that play almost behind third and throw it going the other way and behind him and get a strike, get the out. He does it quite well.
He's got a strong arm and likes to use it. No balls and 1 strike here on Mosley. Pitch by Aaron Cook. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So Mosley on the year has 3 hits and 18 at-bats. Tim Stauffer yesterday took the lead as far as the pitchers are concerned with base hits. He now has 5.
A 2-hit game, amazing. For a pitcher, it doesn't happen often.
4 of his 5 hits have come in 2 different games. Here's the 0-2. Mosley just got a piece of it and fouled it back. Stauffer had a 2-hit game, if I'm not mistaken, in the trip to Milwaukee. It was a game the Padres got him a 5-0 lead, and unfortunately, he couldn't hold it. That was the game the Padres eventually scored 8 in the 8th and won the game 13-6.
Did we have any games like that?
Oh, yeah.
Every time we play here, it's a 1-runner. Man, we've had some tight ones.
Lots of close ball games within a couple of runs here at Petco Park and for the Padres total this season. Here's the 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss. There is strike 3, and the inning has come to an end. But the Padres get on the board. They score a run. They do so on 3 hits and leave 2. After 2 innings, it's the Padres 1 and the Rockies nothing. This is Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the
Hacksaw, weekdays at 10 on Double X 1090.
Back at Petco Park, we go to the top of the third inning and a 1-0 Padres lead. Top of the order coming up here for the Colorado Rockies. This day game here, and a special day as we kick off the Cap Cure and the Prostate Cancer Awareness Week, or a week and a half or so here with Major League Baseball. And we are extremely pleased to introduce and have in our booth Major League veteran Mike Sweeney. How you doing today?
Andy, I'm doing great. It's good to come out to the ballpark. I'm blessed to bring my son with me, little Michael, and it's great to watch a Padre game.
Yeah, Mike, I think he likes the view from up here. It's a pretty good little seat, isn't it?
I think so. He's either used to being down in the field or in the family section, and this is a new for him.
Unique perspective, absolutely. Padres have a 1-0 lead. We'll talk about the home run challenge that's coming up through Major League Baseball. It's been a very successful program over the now 16 years, huh?
Yeah, it's been a big part of my life, Andy, and you know, every Father's Day I get really excited to help this organization. I've been the team representative for 15 years, the last 15 years of my career, and didn't know it would hit so close to home. You know, Dave Perrin and Michael Milken, they invited me to be the team rep back in Kansas City, and I just felt it was a big part to invite the guys to wear the baby blue on Father's Day. And as a big hitter, I always like to hit home runs during the week of Father's Day to raise money for it. But about 5 years ago, Andy, I had something hit me that really kind of shook my world. I was getting ready to go into my spring training in Surprise, Arizona, right down the street from Peoria. And I got a phone call from my father-in-law, Jim Nettles. He grew up here in San Diego, younger brother of Greg Nettles. And he says, Mike, I just got a phone call from my doctor and said I have prostate cancer. And he said I have 3 options. He said the first one they said is I could remove my prostate and probably would never make love to my wife again, and there's a chance that I might have to wear diapers the rest of my life. The second option is possibly planting seeds in my prostate, and usually those don't work, and kind of a waste of time. And the third one is you go through chemotherapy and you lose all your hair and destroy your body. And well, the doctor looked at Jim and said, well Jim, what do you want to do? And Jim said, I have 3 options and they're all terrible. So he called me, and within 10 minutes I spoke with Michael Milken and Dave Perrin, and they had what they described as the Michael Jordan of prostate cancer research on the phone with my father-in-law. And the point was, you have hope. And so here we are 4 or 5 years later, and Jim Nettles went and told his brother Greg and his brother Paul in Australia, and they'd never had been tested, and they come to find out that they too had prostate cancer. So with the help of you know, Prostate Cancer Foundation, they were able to, all 3 of them are cancer-free. They're not wearing diapers. They're able to make love to their wives, and what they're doing is a miracle. And that's what I'm so proud to come out here today and share, that it's making a difference in many lives.
Carlos Gonzalez is grounded out. First out at the top of the third. 1-0 Padres. Chris Nelson coming to the plate here against Dustin Mosley. And a first pitch in for a strike. And, you know, Mike, it's interesting you say that because so many people have been touched by cancer one way or the other. I know the Padres are very, very much involved with a lot of cancer charities and things like that, but this is very specific and very unique in the fact that there's a foul ball right off the foot there of Nelson, nothing in 2. And unique that you get to spend one day, at least Father's Day, for everybody to notice what's going on here with the blue wristbands and the bases. Yeah, it's big. You know, on Mother's Day, we are really proud to swing the pink bats, but we all are very proud of our mothers. But baseball, it's a man's game, and statistics show that 1 in 6 men are going to have problems with their prostate at some point in their life. Many, if you don't get it detected early, is going to lead to prostate cancer, which can kill you. But the key to our listeners, the key for us men is to get tested frequently. Early detection is the key, and go to pcf.org, get all the information you can, but the key is early detection. And you know, hopefully, like my father-in-law and other close friends of mine that have been impacted by prostate cancer, you team up with groups like Prostate Cancer Foundation, you get it detected early, and you can live a normal, happy life even after you contact the disease. And folks can certainly help out, especially here during the home run challenge and 16th annual home run challenge. We'll talk about the phone numbers and the website once again here in just a second as the pitch is hit in the air to left field. And heading back now is Ryan Ludwig. He is under it. 2-hand grab and 2 away. 1-0 Padres here in the top of the third. So let the folks out there know how they can help. Well, if there's anyone out there that's been affected by prostate cancer or has someone in their family that has had it,
go to www.pcf.org and you can get all the information you need, or you can call 1-800-798-CURE. That's 1-800-798-CURE. And hopefully, like me, you have a successful story. You can go and say, you know what, I do have a family member that has prostate cancer, and there's a happy ending to those that have prostate cancer. But the key, again, is early detection.
Well, there's a high fly ball in a deep right field, and it's going to be a home run for Todd Helton. He just picked out a Mosley pitch on the inner half and drilled it deep into right field, and we are now tied 1-1 here in the third. Helton with his 8th home run of the year, RBI number 25, and again, it's a 1-1 game. I know Todd is involved also, and he just hit that big home run right there, unfortunately against the Padres here, but he's one of the players that's very much involved as well, isn't he?
Yeah, another few days, and we go into the Father's Day week, and every home run that's hit is going to raise money for prostate cancer awareness. And for all of us that have a dad or a brother or are a male, there's a real good chance that we're going to have problems with our prostate at some point in our lives. So this is something that not only do we need to donate to, but we have to pay very strong attention to with our lives.
I was noticing, too, as we were reading that you can also make a donation by text message this year. There's a pitch fouled out of play. And if you're interested in doing that, you text HRC to 20222. Again, it's HRC to 20222. And that's you're able to make a one-time $10 donation as well. So we'll encourage a lot of folks with those smartphones to go ahead and do that.
Amen.
There's a pitch in for a strike. 1-2 now on Troy Tulowitzki. 1-1 game in the top of the third. It's got to be a unique perspective for you to watch a game from up here as well after playing for so long.
Yeah, just finished my 20th year in pro ball, 16th in the big leagues, and it's nice to be on the other side of the window looking in, and looking back. I had some great memories being down in the dugout before the game, getting to see guys like Denorfia and Rob Johnson and Buddy Black and Dave Roberts, guys that I played against and with, and it's just a joy to be back in the ballpark, and hopefully have a small impact on one or two people out there that may be listening.
I think probably more than one or two. There's the 1-2 pitch. It's inside. Tulowitzki evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. And during the length of your career, you actually were finally able to get to the playoffs. I know that was something you really wanted to do.
Yes.
It took a while, but I'm sure it was worth it.
What a blessing. Yeah, I played the majority of my year in Kansas City and got to finish up last year with the Phillies, and getting a chance to go to the playoffs was, a dream come true.
There's a base hit by Tulowitzki. So with 2 away, Tulowitzki reaches first base with a single, his first hit of the day. That'll keep the inning going here for Seth Smith. But yeah, there's so many guys that have played a lot of years and never were fortunate enough to get there. Yeah,
when I was in Philly last year, there were young guys on the team like Kyle Kendrick and Cole Hamels, who's a local native, and they were used to every year they've been in the big leagues, being in the playoffs, going to the World Series, and I was over there last year saying, boys, it's not like this everywhere you go. I waited, 14 years and the 15 years in the big leagues to finally get a taste, and it was worth the wait, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you got to savor that,
Amen, Andy.
You're not sure it's going to happen again. Here's Seth Smith with Tulowitzki at first and a swing and a miss. Game tied now 1-1. Padres had the early lead after 2 innings, but Helton's home run off Dustin Mosley has tied things up here 1-1 in the third. And we're chatting with former big leaguer Mike Sweeney. And again, we'll remind you about the 16th annual Home Run Challenge, prostate cancer awareness. And you'll be seeing a lot of the blue wristbands and blue on the bases and the blue ribbons all around, especially on Father's Day. I know that.
Amen. It's going to be a great day. And, again, Andy, I echo the thoughts of get checked, for the men out there, or for those that have dads, plus 40 years old. Go have them get checked. And the key, again, is early detection. And, my father-in-law, Jim Nettles, his brother Puff played third base here for the Padres years. When he came down with prostate cancer, he called his 2 brothers based on the knowledge of the Prostate Cancer Foundation, and said, guys, you got to get checked. And they said, well, what do we need to get checked for? We've never been checked. Sure enough, they go in, they get checked, and both of them had prostate cancer. But had they not been checked, who knows if they'd be living today. So, the key is early detection.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of the whole process here with awareness and just bringing it to the forefront here to make sure that folks understand that it is a possibility, and that 1 in 6 American males will be diagnosed with it too.
Yeah. And you know, next month I'm going to Alaska on my first fly fishing trip in the summertime to Alaska. I've been dreaming about it since I've been playing pro ball. And my buddy I'm going fishing with is, again, a prostate cancer survivor, and he had the same scenario presented to him by his doctor. You're going to never make love to your wife again. You're going to be wearing a diaper, a waste of time. You're going to lose your hair, all these things. And he went, you know, to the doctors at Prostate Cancer Foundation. They removed the prostate surgically and keep the nerves intact. And you know, here he is, you know, making love to his wife, not wearing a diaper. He's living a normal life. We're going fly fishing in Alaska. So there is hope for us men that have been affected or will be affected by this disease.
2-2 here, the count on Seth Smith. And a chopper foul there at home. But let's give the number again on the website again, just before we wrap up this half inning here.
Yeah, go to, thanks for asking, Andy.
Absolutely.
You go to PCF, that's prostatecancerfoundation.org. And the number you can call to support this wonderful cause is 1-800-798-CURE. 1-800-798-CURE.
And we'll remind folks throughout the days and weeks to come here about the number and the home run challenge as well, where they can donate. That pitch just missed inside. Full count now, 3-2. Tulowitzki will be off on this pitch. I'm sure you still love watching the game, though.
I'm still a ball player. You know, I was coaching my son's Little League team this year in Rancho Santa Fe, and, you know, just going out there and loving on these kids and encouraging them, it's a gift. And, you know, this game has brought me so much joy to my life. I like sharing it with others.
And a line shot that hit Mosley and then hit the second base umpire, Tim Cheetah. It'll stay on the infield. It's going to go as an infield single for Seth Smith. And this inning will continue here as Cheetah could not get out of the way after that ball deflected off the glove of Dustin Mosley toward the second baseman, Alberto Gonzalez. It never got to him. Cheetah set up on the infield there with a man at first base, as all the umpires will do. And it just did deflect, and then as Cheetah was trying to jump in the air to get away from it, it got him right around the ankle top, so it'll be an infield single with a little assist to the umpire. And first and second here, still with two away, that is, and Ty Wigginton, another San Diego product, here at the plate in a 1-1 game in the third. And a first pitch fastball outside. Mosley has had to throw a lot of pitches here in this inning. Do you find yourself breaking down the game and what you would be doing in situations now that if you watch it on TV or listen to it on the radio?
All the time.
It doesn't leave you, does it?
All the time. No, it does not.
And a pitch just a little bit low. 2-0.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, you know, we've been going to church almost every day together, is Trevor Hoffman, a great San Diego Padre.
Absolutely.
And, you know, future Hall of Famer. And, I mean, as good as he was a pitcher, I think he's even a better man. But, you know, we talk about, we exited the game at the same time, and we're watching the game. We're like, throw this pitch right here, you get him. Or, you know, you as a hitter, you got to look, you know, other way right here. They're going to pitch everything away. So even though we're not in the game, we're still of it, and we're, you know, big fans now that we're not playing.
Swing and a miss there by Wigginton. Is a 2-ball and 1 strike count now with 2 away. First and second, a 1-1 game. 5 hits for the Rockies, 4 for the Padres. Winner of this game will take this series. As the Nationals will be next here at Petco Park. Start of a 4-game set tomorrow night. Mosley's 2-1. And a line smash right field. That's going to be a base hit. Rounding third on his way toward the plate now is Tulowitzki. Bobbled in right field by Hopp, and no play. A run's going to score, and the Rockies have taken a 2-1 lead. Stopping at third was Smith, as Tulowitzki scores on the Wigginton single. He's at first base now with 2 away, and Darren Balsley, the Padres pitching coach, will head out to the mound here for a quick visit with Dustin Mosley. And we still have some moments here with former big leaguer Mike Sweeney joining us here in the booth and making everyone aware about things that are going on around Major League Baseball, to make everyone aware of prostate cancer and again how you can help out. And it's amazing that the 16 years now this big home run challenge has raised a ton of money.
It's been great. You know, getting to see the dollars that people are donating go right back into the foundation. You know, Michael Milken, the founder of PCF, he is a prostate cancer survivor as well, and he has donated, I mean, countless amounts of money into the fund, and it's making a huge difference. He was just telling me before the game today that they're working on a medicine that they can give you in a shot when you're about 30 years old that'll be, you know, keep you from prevent you from getting prostate cancer. So they're in the midst of working on the cure, and you know, said they're only a few years away. So we could see some really special things happen through Prostate Cancer Foundation.
That'd be great. I mean, that would certainly be something worth celebrating. Here's the 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss by Blackman, who came up with his first major league hit back in the second inning. You remember your first big league hit?
Oh, yeah, like it was yesterday.
Who was it off of and where was it?
Paul Ossenmacher, 1995, at the Jake in Cleveland. And, yeah, I'll never forget that day as long as I live.
I'm wondering if Blackman's going to get the real ball first or the doctored up one to make him think that was his. Here's the 1-1, a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up now is Brad Hopp near the Petco porch. He is under it, and he makes the catch as he slams against the wall. Blackman just missed hitting that one out, and the inning has come to an end. That is our 15th out of the game. Brought to you by Geico. The time it takes to wait in line for the concession stand. You can get a quote with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And Mike Sweeney, appreciate the visit and appreciate the good work you're doing.
Amen. Thank you, Andy.
All right,
Take
Mike
care,
Sweeney
brother.
joining us here. We'll remind everyone about the numbers and the website and prostate cancer awareness coming.
And thrive. For music to thrive by, visit kp.org/thrive/music.
You're listening to Padres baseball on Double X 1090.
Bottom of the third, and Padres trailing now 2-1. Eric Patterson leads it off here against Aaron Cook. He'll take a ball inside. Now 2-0 to Eric Patterson. Again, we thank Mike Sweeney for stopping by, and we'll remind all the folks about the phone numbers to call to help out in the fight against prostate cancer here as we move along. 3-0 now, the count to Patterson. So Mosley ran into some trouble there in the third. The home run by Helton tied it. The RBI single by Wigginton has put the Rockies in front 2-1. Taking on the 3-0, it's in for a strike, 3-1. Mosley had to throw 31 pitches in that inning alone.
Yeah, 4 hits in a row, too.
3-1, high ball forward. Lead man aboard with a walk. So Jason Bartlett will come up next.
Well, Patterson's the perfect guy to steal a base, but don't get picked off.
And he's referring to the fact, or he's referring that Patterson doubled to lead the game off for the Padres and was picked off second base.
Well, he can run, there's no question about it. He can steal a base, got 8 of them, and plays very little.
So Aaron Cook making his first start of 2011. This guy that went 6-8 last year with a high ERA at 5.08. Patterson not moving, and the pitch is low for ball 1.
Speaking of things like that, Andy, how long will they let him go? Here's a guy first time out in the year 2011. Go 5 innings, 6 innings. Who knows?
1-0 the count on Bartlett. Cook with a throw over, and Patterson will dive back in.
Hey, don't get picked off from base.
Little wake-up call there before. Get you updated on the rest of the scoreboard here shortly.
Pretty good lead, too.
Cook will look in. and get the sign from Iannetta. 1-0 pitch. There goes Patterson. And the throw on down is in time, and they get him trying to steal second base. Patterson thrown out on a play that goes 2-6. And now one away, and the bases are empty. Very similar to the first inning. And now Jason Bartlett with a count of 2 balls and no strikes facing Aaron Cook.
You give Iannetta the credit on that. That was a perfect throw right over the bag. Got him easily.
So Bartlett's still ahead in the count. Now with the bases empty. Tying run off the base paths, and now at the plate, the 2-0 pitch from Aaron Cook. Get way outside, 3-0. Starting to lose a little bit of the plate here in this third. But a very successful pitcher in his brief career. Here's 3-0. And taking a strike on the outside corner. 3-1 now to Bartlett. 2-1 Rockies in the third. 3-1. Bartlett takes it inside, ball 4. So 2 walks. And now Bartlett representing the tying run at first. Chase Headley will now come to the plate, and Iannetta will go out for a visit.
Yeah, gang. Padre Baseball brought to you by the Miller Lite Home Draft. Taste the greatness, and you will if you try.
So a brief conversation between Iannetta and his pitcher, Aaron Cook. 6'3", 215 pounds. He was born in Kentucky, now lives in Golden, Colorado. 32 years of age. And had some very scary health issues in 2004 when he was diagnosed with blood clots in both of his lungs. And it took nearly a year for him to get back into the big leagues in 2005. And he came back not missing a beat, 7-2 in that first year back in 2005. Now the pitch to Headley, and a little bit low, ball 1.
Yeah, that's just not an everyday illness. It's the kind that will kill you if you're not careful.
So the Rockies came up with 2 runs and 4 hits in that third inning and have taken a 2-1 lead over the San Diego Padres here in this final game of the 3-game set. Here's the pitch to Headley, low and outside, 2-0.
Well, Cook's first outing, you know, he could get a little bit weary. 2 walks in a row, and let's see if he can go the third. Let's see what happens.
So Aaron Cook keeps the ball in the glove hand. Now will grip it the way he wants. Ready to throw the 2-0 pitch. And a chopper to the first baseman. Helton will field. And only one play. He'll turn and touch the bag at first as Bartlett got a good jump on that little infield bounder. He'll stand at second base as the tying run here with 2 away, and that'll bring to the plate Ryan Ludwig. So Ludwig with a single. He scored the Padres run in the second inning on the infield ground out by Alberto Gonzalez. It was then a 1-0 Padres lead. Rockies tied it on the home run by Helton in the third, and then took the lead on the RBI single by San Diego native Ty Wigginton. So Bartlett at second with 2 away. Ludwig at the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. Cook taking some extra time now. Looks to get set and does. And here is the pitch. And Ludwig fouls it out of play right side. No balls and 1 strike to Ryan Ludwig. Ludwig has hit safely in now 21 of his last 29 games. That is since May 11th.
He and Headley have done a pretty good job overall. But right now, getting the hit with men on has been one of the problems with the Padres this year. They're not driving in runs very often.
Good last night, 2 for 5, but overall has not been all that great this year. And the 0-1 pitch, check swing, inside, 1-1.
I don't think that Cook has thrown a ball over 89 miles an hour all night. And he said, well, mid-afternoon, whatever. Got pretty good breaking stuff, but the fastball is not there unless he spots it perfectly.
Bartlett leading at second base. And the 1-1 pitch now to Ludwig. And there's a high pop-up. Shallow left. It's Tulowitzki going out and calling in front of the rookie Blackman. He'll make the catch. And the Padres are done in the third. No runs and no hits. One man is left after 3 innings. And with that third out, you should get yourself into a participating submarine at California Subs.
Of the Golf Mart, the only golf shop with a 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go see my friends at the Golf Mart. 5 locations in San Diego to serve you. Call 619-298-9571.
Darren Smith, weekdays at 2 on XX 1090.
2-1 Rockies in the fourth. Andy Mazur and Jerry Coleman here with you as Chris Iannetta will lead it off here for the Rockies against Dustin Mosley. And a first pitch grounded to shortstop. It'll be Bartlett to pick it up, throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Well, all-you-can-eat seats are a great way to enjoy all your favorite ballpark foods and a field-level ticket for only $29.50. Enjoy all-you-can-eat Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs, popcorn, peanuts, soda, water, all kinds of stuff. Tickets are on sale right now at Padres.com and call this number. Check it out, 619-795-5555. The all-you-can-eat seats, best way to spend time at the ballpark.
Because if I wasn't here, I'd be sitting in those, stuffing my face right now. But we're here. We got a job to do. It's 1-0 now on Aaron Cook, the batter.
I'm a big Wiener Schnitzel fan anyway. I love hot dogs.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it's in for a strike, 1-1. A lot of times though without the bunt, I've noticed.
Yeah, well, you see, the bunt kind of, clouds things up a little bit. You can't find the dog.
Never quite heard it put that way, but sure. 2-1 now the count.
I like the hot dogs, the Wiener Schnitzels.
Yeah, the bread just gets in the way. 2-1 the count, 2-1 the score. Rockies in front, and a swing and a tapper foul at home plate, 2-2. Aaron Cook last year, he had a 150 and a pretty good job. 5 sacrifices.
He can bunt.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
he can. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
2-2 now the count to Aaron Cook. Mosley's wind and delivery. And got him looking. Strike 3 call. Good slider on the outside corner. 2 up, 2 down for the Rockies here in the 4th inning. That'll go back to the top of the order now for Carlos Gonzalez. 3rd strikeout for Dustin Mosley. I want to remind you, I told you the Nationals are coming to town. That will include a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. And Friday, Padres and Nationals at 7:05. The party at the park will feature Margarita Park. It'll start at 4:30 in the afternoon. You can enjoy margaritas, food, and live music from the Coastal Riders. Get those tickets. You can do it right now. Head to Padres.com/Margarita Park. First pitch in for a strike to Carlos Gonzalez, 0-1.
It's quite a shocker. This guy under 250, was it 330 last year or something? Just having a tough time getting organized.
Now the 0-1 pitch to Gonzalez off the end of the bat. Down the left field line, slicing foul. That'll get out of play. It's 0-2. Now the new ball that was put into play, Mosley does not like, and he'll throw that one back. We'll get a new one. lot of times you'll see guys throwing the ball back for whatever reason. Those balls are individually stitched and that kind of thing too. So one the seams maybe raised just a little bit, might irritate the finger a bit. That's where you get blisters.
It's the feel.
Yep.
You got to have the good feel.
0-2 on Carlos Gonzalez. Here comes the pitch by Mosley. Just missed. Hundley was framing that one and tried to hold it there for the home plate umpire. Not buying. 1-2.
One thing about Mike Esterbrook, when he calls a strike, he backs up about 3 paces and then he calls it. In the meantime, you don't know what's going on.
There's the 1-2. Got fisted and a pop-up foul territory again. Third base side. It'll be Chase Headley. 1 foot in fair, 1 foot in foul. A fair ball, and the inning is over. Nice job there by Mosley after giving up a couple of runs in the third. Goes in order through the Rockies here in the fourth. We go to the bottom. It's the Rockies 2 and the Padres 1. Score a run. Phil's Barbecue makes a donation to Big Brothers Big Sisters of San Diego County. Runs for the right cause are brought to you by Phil's Barbecue, and the Padres could use a couple of more of those runs for the right cause. Down by a run. 2-1, bottom 4. It'll be Brad Hopp to lead it off against Aaron Cook. And swinging at the first pitch and a foul ball out of play, third base side. I'll tell you, Brad Hopp has not been challenged much in right field, although today, I believe it was the first fly ball he's gotten in 3 games out there, and it was a tough catch against the Petco porch out in right field. That ended the 2-run third inning by the Rockies. Here's the 0-1 now to Hopp inside. Almost hit him. 1-1.
You're right, Andy. Had that ball gone in, it's not even a close game. It's a 5-1 game. That was that close.
Hopp with a bunch of experience in the outfield in the National League West, having played over 800 games with the Rockies, and a lash foul third base side sharply into the seats. Look out.
You know, he came up as a first baseman. Of course, he ran up against the first baseman who happened to be the best in the business, Todd Elk. They put him in the outfield. He didn't see first base for years. And when he came here, I thought he'd be better than he was, but it really took a little while to get organized.
And, of course, that all led to some speculation about a certain gentleman by the name of Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, I heard about it. He's in town, isn't he?
Swing and a miss. 1-2 fastball got him. And Hopp is down on strikes. 1 away here in the fourth. That'll bring up Nick Hundley.
Yeah, the Rizzo speculation is rampant. Will he stay? Will he go back? Who knows?
Well, it is expected. And again, nothing official, but it is expected that Rizzo will be here tomorrow to make his major league debut. He was certainly.
That's a real teaser, you know.
I know. I wish I had more definitive stuff to tell you, but I don't.
We'll hear about it when you hear about it, folks, whatever it is.
First one misses to Nick Hundley. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-1 Rockies in the fourth inning. And the pitch by Cook. Swing and a miss by Hundley. 1-1.
You know, I'm amazed Cook's doing as well as he has done, considering he hasn't pitched this year. Now here he is going for it.
Cook, a little bit of a slow worker, looking in, now has the sign for the 1-1. And Hundley takes it low, 2-1.
One thing he doesn't do, he doesn't throw the ball straight. It's a movement all the time. Breaking balls, sliders, whatever.
This is Cook's first outing in the big league since the 8th of September of last year. Here's a 2-1 and a tip foul at home plate, 2-2.
That is a while back, right?
Yeah, he actually was placed on the DL at the end of the 2010 season because he took a line drive off the leg, off the bat of Joey Votto. And it wound up causing a bit of a fracture in his leg, and he missed the rest of the season. But back now and healthy. The 2-2 pitch and a ground ball sharply to third. Fielded backhand there by Wigginton. He'll throw across, close play, but out at first base on a good stretch by Todd Helton. 2 away. That'll bring up Jorge Cantu. Padres down a run, 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Got an email from Scott, who's listening to us in all places, Australia, New South Wales, Australia. And the town is called Norwa. I hope I'm saying that right. Norwa. It's near Sydney is what he's telling us. And listening in. We appreciate you listening in, Scott, all the way in Australia. Said he's enjoying a cold winter.
Okay, now you're a technician. How do you listen in Australia to this game?
Oh, it's all about the internet, Jerry.
Is that it? That one does it? Okay.
It's all about the internet.
Check that out.
Cantu rips one in the air to left. Blackman there, though, and he'll make the backhanded grab. Well struck again by Cantu, but out. And the Padres have gone in order here in the 4th inning. We've played 4, Rockies 2, Padres 1. Padre Baseball, XX 1090. And the
right now through June 27th when you get away for the day at Saquon Casino.
Must be 18 or older to enter the casino and restaurants. 21 or older to enter the theater. Please play responsibly.
From the Cox Communications Studios, this is XX 1090.
Top of the 5th inning. And a 2-1 lead for the Colorado Rockies. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters here against Dustin Mosley, who ran into some trouble in the 3rd inning, but otherwise has been spectacular. 2 runs and 4 hits allowed in that 3rd to give the Rockies a 2-1 lead. So it'll be Nelson, Helton, and Tulowitzki. Mosley's first pitch of this 5th inning is a good slider for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, one thing about Mosley, he's got to go through the toughest part of the lineup now. Once you get by Nelson, he may be okay, but you got the Helton, Tulowitzki, Smith, they're all hitting pretty good.
0-1 missing low and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Some hints of sunshine here for the first time today, breaking through the marine layer that's camped out over Petco Park here this afternoon. 1-1 low and 2-1. But no complaints. Beautiful day here in Southern California once again.
You look at what's going on around this country, good grief, it's tough.
Lots of weather, lots of heat across the midsection now. of this great country. 2-1, up and in. Almost hit him. Nelson ducks out of the way.
Not a good guy to walk. He's got speed.
3-1 is the count to Nelson. Trying to find somebody to nail down that second base job here for the Rockies, and a smash up the middle. Couple of bounces here, fielded by Bartlett at short. He'll throw out Nelson, one away.
Okay, gang, visit GTM Discount General Stores in Santee and Lemon Grove for up to 70% off HD TVs, electronics, furniture, supplies, and groceries. Get it all, gang. Designer fashions for the family and more. Click GTMstores.com for valuable coupons.
So here's Helton, his home run. Number 8 on the year, tied it up in the third.
That started the activity.
Yes, it did. There's a pitch outside for ball 1.
Well, the guy's hitting, what, 330 lifetime or something? 336, even more? Man, oh, man. Win was a 338.
1-0, hit well into left center field. That one will not be caught. Going all the way to the wall. Heading over there to cut it off is Patterson as Helton digs for second base. He will stand there with a double. Patterson had a little trouble getting that ball out of that little triangle area there near the Padre bullpen. So they're able to keep Helton at second base now with a 1-out double. Helton is 3 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, and he's 6 for 11 in the series, which ain't bad right now.
And that ties him for 28th on the all-time doubles list. Among those he's tied with 540 career doubles is Dave Winfield.
David. He's going to be here Friday.
Yes, he is, yeah. Salute to the Negro Leagues.
Yeah, right.
We'll talk a little bit about that later on and the next couple of days as well. I believe Dave's going to join us in the booth on Friday. And a pitch in for strike 1 to Troy Tulowitzki, 0-1.
He's going through the toughie now. Tulowitzki, Smith, Wigginton, they all got hits the last time up and not bad with that bat. So here's the inning. He's got to stop him right here.
Time called at home plate. No balls and 1 strike. The count to Tulowitzki and a pitch. Good fastball outside corner, strike 2.
Good spot. That was the key on that one.
Tulowitzki not exactly pleased, but it looked like a strike. We've talked about so many times, the best pitch in Major League Baseball is the well-spotted fastball.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how fast it's going. If you hit the spot, keep it away from the good part of the bat, you're going to be in good shape. 0-2 pitch now for Mosley, and a foul. Right back to the screen. Late swing. It's still 0-2.
So the fastest he's thrown today was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He hadn't done that much.
2-1 Rockies in the 5th. Got some news about Cameron Maben today as well. Maben was able to go on out of the field again and do a little running and also take some live batting practice again. It looks like he may be headed to Tucson as early as tomorrow to begin his way back here to the big leagues with that inflammation in the right knee calming down a little bit. 0-2 now to Tulowitzki, a little bit low, and it's 1-2. Yeah, Maben is still one of those very intriguing players to a lot of us. I mean, he's got a great athletic build. He's got some good pop in the bat, but still young in the game and learning, and he's certainly fun to watch out there. I have to say that.
We'll get him back, get Hudson back. We'll have our team.
Absolutely. Hasn't been together in a long time. Now the 1-2 pitch, and a ground ball to the right side, sneaks through for a base hit. Charging it down in right field is Hopp. Here comes Helton toward the plate. The throw is going to be a little bit late, and Helton's going to score on the RBI single on a 2-strike count by Tulowitzki. It's now 3-1 Rockies.
Well, these are the guys that have really hurt Mosley. Helton, Tulowitzki, now Smith coming up, and then behind him Wigginton. All have had hits before.
So the second hit of the day for Tulowitzki. A seeing eye single to right field. That'll be his 34th run batted in, and as mentioned, Seth Smith will now come to the plate with Tulowitzki at first. Only 1 away in this top of the 5th.
Looks like the Padre bullpen is starting to crank a little bit down there.
Hopp did a nice job to charge it, but the throw was still a little bit late as Helton got a good jump on the slow ground ball to the right side. Quick throw over, and Tulowitzki back on the bag.
And he'll run a little bit, Tulowitzki. He's got, what has he got, 4 stolen base? Not a lot, but he can run.
First pitch coming here to Seth Smith. On the way from Mosley and a little low, 1-0.
That was the 8th hit off of Mosley in 5 innings. That's a lot of base hits.
Corey Lupke is the man throwing in the bullpen now for the Padres, left-hander. Mosley's 1-0 pitch. Ground sharply foul. First base side. That rattled right off the screen in front of the Padres' first base dugout. And it may have actually torn a hole in that screen as Rob Johnson was over to take a look at it real quick. There's about 4 or 5 panels of screens right in front of the main area where all the guys sit in the dugout. And in the event, it's a 1-1 pitch now from Mosley, and it's fisted foul, third base side, out of play, 1-2. So Mosley starting to climb the ladder in pitches here. We're in the 5th inning. That was number 90.
Yeah, I think he's getting near the end of the line, actually, even though this is, what is 5th inning? He's had some problems.
Runner at first base with 1 away in the 5th. A 3-1 lead for the Rockies. And a throw on to first base, not close.
I think Bud's getting close. Got a righty and a lefty going down there. So if something happens with Smith, you may see somebody coming in to face Ty Wigginton.
Well, the lefty is Lupke, as mentioned. The righty is Pat Neshek. And the 1-2 pitch now. And it's in the air to left. Ryan Ledwick has this one measured up. He'll make the catch. That's out number 2.
Another thing, Andy, Mosley is a second batter in the 5th inning. And you almost figure that he's going to go after a pinch hitter the way things are rolling right now. Even though it's a 2-run game, rather, still, Mosley's had some problems.
Are your pets at the top of their game? Well, they certainly can be when you feed them Petco certified nutrition, food that meets Petco standards for essential, advanced, and natural nutrition. Learn more at petco.com/certified. Petco, that's where the healthy pets go.
You give Mosley credit for one thing, he hasn't walked anybody.
So a man at first base now with 2 away, and Wigginton grounds one to the shortstop. Bartlett will field. He'll flip to second for the force out, and the inning has come to an end. But the Rockies had a run on the single by Tulowitzki, a run on a couple of hits, and 1 man left. Bottom 5 coming up. Rockies 3, Padres 1.
Leader, XX 1090.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's brought to you by Collins Family Jewelers. You know the 4 C's of diamond quality. Remember the 5th, the most important C. That is Collins Family Jewelers. Bottom 5th, and the Rockies have a 3-1 lead over the Padres. Alberto Gonzalez will lead it off. I see that Mosley is in the on-deck circle. We'll wait and see what Buddy Black has in mind. It may have something to do with whether Gonzalez gets on or not.
Well, both Smith and Wigginton went down the hurry, so maybe Buddy said, hey, keep going. We'll see what happens.
And 2 straight curves and 2 straight strikes here to Alberto Gonzalez. 0-2.
You don't mind going to your bullpen with, the game's on the line right now. You're sort of in the middle. You got to wait and see.
Now Cook's 0-2 as a little dribbler right in front of the mound. Fielded there by Cook. He'll throw on to first in time, and Alberto Gonzalez is out number 1.
Hey, gang, fans celebrate 75 years of baseball in San Diego this Saturday, June the 11th. Padres taking on the Washington Nationals at 5:35. Now, the first 25,000 fans in attendance, you're going to receive the Padres vintage cap presented by Cox Channel 4. Plus, both teams will wear their 1936 uniforms. You won't recognize it, but that's what they're going to wear. So get your tickets today at Padres.com. We'll see you on Saturday, June the 11th.
So Mosley will bat for himself here in the 5th. Rockies in front 3-1 in this 5th inning. And a first pitch ball, low and outside, 1-0.
One thing about Cook, he looked a little shaky to start, but has picked up some steam and has closed the Padres out nicely.
Now the 1-0 pitch looked at and in for a strike, 1-1.
The only flaw, the 2 walks in a row in the 3rd inning, but he picked off Patterson to save what could have been a problem.
A couple of those pickoffs were pretty big. The one in the 1st inning and the caught stealing in the 3rd. Took men off base. Pop-up into shallow center. Tulowitzki going out, taking charge and making the catch in front of Carlos Gonzalez.
What happened to Mosley? He's on the ground out there, for heaven's sakes.
And you know what that looks like, unfortunately?
A shoulder problem.
Yeah, and I don't know how it happened. He swung, and then I was watching the ball in a center field. So Tulowitzki made the catch. Dave Marcus whispered into my ear here that Mosley was hurt. We'll have to take another look at the swing, but Mosley is down on his backside up the 3rd base line. We're getting another vantage point of it right now. He just swung, and as soon as he swung, he grabbed his left shoulder.
He's done. It does amaze me. Maybe not. I don't always walk off the field. It amazes me the injuries that players get what appear to be normal game situations. Looks like he's shaking his head up like I'm okay. It's his left arm anyway. So
yeah, not the pitching arm, but he'll walk back into the dugout under his own power. Buddy Black and the assistant trainer Paul Navarro were out to take a look at him.
Well, think of the pain, the way he went down on one knee and holding his shoulder like he wasn't going to get up. Wow.
I mean, I've heard like in the NFL you get a little bit of what they call a stinger. You get that pain that kind of shoots through your body for a moment, and then next thing you know, you're fine. But he'll sit on the dugout bench there with Buddy Black, and they'll chat about it. I'm sure that Buddy had designs on keeping him in the game if he had him hitting.
Well, he doesn't want to use the bullpen unless he has to, really.
Here's Patterson, takes ball 1 and then ropes one into center field. A base hit for Eric Patterson. Big turn at first base. He'll hang on there with a 2-out single.
Patterson's been on 3 times. The first 2 times he got picked off at second base and first base. So let's see if we can keep him decent this time. I'm not really laughing. It's kind of humorous in a way.
So here's Jason Bartlett. And Bartlett coming up with Patterson on base again, as Jerry told you. 3rd time on base, 2 singles and a walk. Picked off and caught stealing.
Stand on first base, don't move.
3-1 Rockies in the 5th, and a throw over. Just a casual throw on over to the base. Get you updated on that scoreboard as promised. It was the Giants over the Nationals today. Nationals begin their travels here to San Diego. 3-1 the final. Matt Cain over Sean Burnett. Cain now 5-4 on the year. And the pitch low and outside, ball 1.
Well, Andy, let's face it, we're in the 5th inning. This is anybody's ball game right now. Even though we're 2 down in the 5th inning, Padres have 4 more at bats. They only trail by 2, so they can hold them in. You never know what can happen.
And that Rockies bullpen among the bottom portion of the Major League Baseball ERA area. So once you get past the starter, you feel pretty good about yourself. There's a pitch low and in, 2-0.
Well, you got Bartlett and Headley coming up, 2 pretty good hitters.
Phillies and the Dodgers are scoreless. They're in the 4th inning at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Pirates.
I was going to say Phillies have struggled, you know that? Man,
yeah, they struggled offensively, surprisingly.
Lots of problems.
With that offense. Still atop the National League East, though, by 3 games coming into play today. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 fastball. 2-1.
Well, in the American League, Cleveland looked like they're going to walk away with it. Suddenly they're leading by a game and a half. They had a 6.5 game lead not too long ago.
Yeah, they ran into some trouble in their last couple of series.
Yep.
Pirates a 1-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. That's in the bottom of the 4th inning at PNC. Cubs snapped their 8-game losing streak. They beat Cincinnati today 4-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Bartlett, a little number up the third base line. It's going to roll foul, though, so Patterson retreats to first. Bartlett back to the plate, 2-2 the count. And it was interesting in that Cubs game, Ryan Dempster, the starter, was in the bullpen and felt a little discomfort in his hip, so they had 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen before the start of the game. Mike Quaddy, the manager, came out to the plate to exchange the lineup cards and said, guys, I'm really not sure who's coming out of that bullpen, but stick with me. It's either going to be Ryan Dempster or the other guy, and it ended up being Dempster, and everything worked out.
You listen to the hospital list in Major League Baseball, it sounds like everybody's down. Unbelievable injuries.
Patterson at first with 2 away. The 2-2 pitch to Bartlett in the dirt. Good block there by Ionetta. Full count. So Patterson will be off on this pitch.
This could be an interesting pitch, 3-2, if he gets him on a walk or a base hit, whatever. Then you got Headley coming up and Ludwig and Hop to follow. So we'll see where it goes. Padres getting the big guys moving in, but you got to get Bartlett on to make it work.
Lubke continues to warm. We'll keep an eye on Mosley, who went down in a heap after swinging the bat, appearing to injure his left shoulder. There goes Patterson. 3-2, swing and a miss. There is strike 3. And the inning has come to an end. Padres no runs on a hit and a man left after 5 innings. Rockies 3, Padres 1. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 and the Padres Radio Network.
Valley View Casino and Hotel. Schneider.
Now back to Padres baseball on XX 1090.
So new pitcher here for the Padres as we start the top of the 6th inning. Rockies 3, Padres 1. It'll be Corey Lupke coming out of the bullpen. Lupke appearing out for the 24th time. 1-1 record, a 3.60 on the ERA. Has pitched very well as of late. 32 strikeouts in 30 innings of work. Padres have not been able to solve Aaron Cook to this point. The only run of the game came in the 2nd inning on an RBI ground out, with the bases loaded by Alberto Gonzalez. That gave the Padres a 1-0 lead at that point. Rockies came back 2 in the 3rd. A solo home run by Todd Helton and an RBI single by Ty Wigginton. And then an RBI by Troy Tulowitzki in the 5th has made it a 3-1 game. And that's where we stand right now. Rockies 3, Padres 1 in the 6th. So Lupke on. He'll face the lower 3rd of the batting order. Blackman, Ionetta, and the pitcher spot. Nobody throwing as of yet in the Rockies bullpen. Some folks going through some stretching. So Lupke's first pitch delivered, fouled out of play by Blackman, who came up with his first big league knock back in the 2nd inning. So Mosley, 5 innings of work, 8 hits, 3 runs earned, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and a home run allowed. Slider in the dirt, 1-1 now the count on Blackman.
Well, actually, Mosley didn't do a bad job.
No.
But basically, with the Padres never hitting, that's what makes it tough for you. You give up 3 runs, you got a problem. So we'll see how this works out.
Lupke delivers, and a good slider checked and taken for strike 2. 0-2.
Lupke strikes me as a kid who might be a pretty good pitcher someday.
Tell you what, a good kid, too, with a good head on his shoulders. Ohio State guy. And the 1-2 pitch, and just a weak tap at that one.
He wasn't a football player, was he?
No, and he had absolutely nothing to say about what's going on with the football team over there, which I don't blame him.
They're having all kinds of problems over there.
But you always appreciate kids that come up to the big leagues and just are thankful for A, the opportunity, and B, ready to do whatever the manager wants them to do. And a ground ball to the right side. It'll be fielded there right at the bag by Jorge Cantu, and he'll touch it, 1 away. That'll bring up Chris Iannetta. You get a lot of guys that come up and they feel a sense of entitlement and they feel that they should be playing, they should be doing what they're supposed to be doing, starting. And
you got to prove yourself first.
Corey is not like that at all. He showed a lot of fortitude last year, especially when he came up. The Padres were in the midst of a race and he was up to make a start against the rival, the Dodgers, and did a nice job and stuck around. And a pitch outside to Iannetta, 1 ball, no strikes.
He's one of those guys, if he gets the ball in the right place, he's got a good arm, an excellent arm. And against left-hand hitters, he is really tough.
Slider has come along nicely. Good curve, good change. And a fastball in for a strike. 1-1. He's got a good fastball, too, that reaches upwards of 93, sometimes touches 94.
Got the good build, too. Tall, lean, tough looking.
And the 1-1. Strike called. Another good fastball. Outside corner, 1-2. So Lupke will take over here, and takes over here, that is, for Dustin Mosley. And the 1-2 to Iannetta, a little bit high. 2-2.
I've been throwing a curveball all through the game. I didn't realize until a few innings ago that the TV game we're watching is their game in Colorado. We're not doing it today.
Rockies feed, yeah. Here's a 2-2 pitch. A little bit inside with that slider, and it's full, 3-2. Corey, 26, 6'4", 205-pounder. Born in Coldwater, Ohio, now living in Maria Stein, Ohio. 3-2, got him looking. Strike 3 call. Excellent location, 93-mile-an-hour fastball, outside corner, 2 away here in the 6th inning.
All we can say is good work. That is if you're a Padre fan, naturally.
So Aaron Cook will come up and bat for himself. Why not? He's pitching very well.
I'm surprised he's done as well as he has, considering the layoff he's had. Since, what, September last year sometime?
September 8th, yeah.
Wow.
First pitch strike. 0-1 on Aaron Cook. Lupke was signed as a supplemental round draft choice, the 63rd overall selection by the Padres in 07. Missing in, 1-1 now the count.
They've had a few guys drafted way down the line that become big stars. Not very often, but a few of them have.
I believe Tony Gwynn was a 3rd-round pick. Jake Peavy was a 15th-round pick. There's a line smash up the middle into center field. A base hit by the pitcher, Aaron Cook. 2-out single to keep the inning going here. Back to the top of the order now for Carlos Gonzalez. 3-1 Rockies, 6th inning.
Well, the Padres simply have to start getting some runs from the 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th and 9th. They got 4 innings to do it, but they got to hold them in the meantime.
So that start, as I mentioned last year from Lupke, was on the 8th of September, right here against the Dodgers. 6 shutout innings in that game. And of the 21 he faced, he set down 18 of them.
Not bad at all.
First one now to Gonzalez. A rip foul first base side on a couple of hops. It'll bang off that sidewall there. Ball girl will retrieve and make someone very happy in the crowd. 0-1 here on Carlos Gonzalez. It is 3-1 Rockies in the 6th.
Gonzalez hitting only a .247, hit .336 last year. Way off. Almost 100 points.
0-1 pitch inside, and it's even now, 1-1. So Lupke last year made a total of 4 appearances, 3 of which were starts. And a 1-1 record and a .408 ERA. but between his stops at Double-A and Triple-A last year, went 10-1. A grounder right back up the middle, knocked down by Luke. He'll underhand flip it onto the bag at first in time, and the inning has come to an end. So the 2-out single does no damage, no runs on that one hit, one man left. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Rockies 3 and the Padres 1. This is
It's the perfect way to get in the baseball frame of mind. And for the away games, wear your Padres gear to the kilt and get 25% off your bill. For all the baseball action, it's the Tilted Kilt Pub and Eatery.
Powered by the Cox Communications Studio. This is Double X 1090.
bottom of the 6th inning. Andy Mazer and the Colonel Jerry Coleman here with you at Petco Park. Dave Marcus, our producer. Ted Leitner rejoins us tomorrow night as the Nationals come a-calling for the first of 4 games here at Petco on the longest homestand of the 2011 season, 11 games in total. 4 previous against the Astros, and now this is the 3rd and final of these 3 games scheduled here against the Rockies. Colorado up 3-1 here in the 6th inning. It'll be the middle of the order. Headley, Ludwig, and Hopp against Aaron Cook. Cook has been pretty good. He's been very economical with his pitches. He's at 68 right now. And as we've told you, I mean, he's had great success against the Padres in his career and great success in this ballpark where he has won 7 of his 8 decisions.
Well, the umpires had disappeared into the dugout. Now he's back in the field again.
Also, as mentioned, the 14 wins here against the Padres in his career, the most against any team that he has faced, and no other active MLB player has more wins against the Padres than this guy right here, Aaron Cook.
And he's got the most wins of any Rocky pitcher, that is in Colorado alone. A lot of guys they brought in there who just don't make it. You know, pitchers that look like they're going to be winners and they just don't get there.
Well, a few come to mind. Mike Hampton was one of them who signed a huge deal out there and just could not adjust to the altitude and the lack of break on the breaking ball. Denny Nagel, another guy that comes to mind. Pitch outside, 1-0.
Well, the curveball, the air is so light up there, the ball just doesn't get the friction that it needs to start snapping around.
1-0 pitch now to Headley. It's low, 2-0.
I kind of like that, snapping around.
Snapping around.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I got to think of that. I'll put that in a book someplace.
Here's a 2-0 pitch by Aaron Cook. Headley will watch that one inside, 3-0.
Yeah, those aren't bad pitches, actually. They're very close, but all balls.
Well, the other thing about the pitching in Colorado pre-Humidor was the fact that a lot of those guys were curveball pitchers and were depending on grip, and it's so hard to grip that baseball when it's so slick. Taken for a strike by Headley, 3-1.
Here's a guy I'd love to get on right now.
Cook's 3-1. Missed inside, ball 4.
Perfect.
Leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Ryan Ludwig.
Well, the best thing about this is you got your good guys coming in. When I say good guys, the guy with the power, Ludwig, Hopp, Hundley, they all hit the ball for a little distance.
So Ludwig, 1 hit and 2 tries.
And the bullpen's going rapidly for the Rockies, man, it didn't take long. Walked the man. He may go out. You got to watch a guy like this. Been idle for what, 8-9 months, for heaven's sakes.
And it's Matt Belisle warming up, the right-hander we saw in Game 1. First pitch to Ludwig, and a swing and a miss.
That was not a good pitch to swing at after the guy just walks out. It was not even a strike.
Colorado leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And at first base, nobody out. Nothing in one here on Ryan Ludwig. And now Cook's pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Iannetta. 1-1. Padres 4-2 so far on this homestand. Again, that stretches out to 11 games, which is a marked improvement over how things began here at Petco Park. Cook with a check of the runner at first base. That's Chase Headley. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Take a little something off. That was the slider, and it's 1-2 now to Ryan Ludwig.
They feed Ludwig a lot of those sliders away, and preferably low if they can get it down there. He'll chase.
Ludwig steps out, clears the head a little bit. He'll jump back into that right-hand batter's box with his open stance. They play him straight away and deep in the outfield. There's the 1-2 pitch. Ludwig watches that one low and outside. 2-2.
He's the one guy got the big power, though. If he can get a hold of it, he can put you in the game in a quick hurry with one swing.
Braves are leading in Florida 2-0. That's in the 5th inning. Underway with no score in Houston. Cardinals and the Astros. Same story in the 1st inning in Milwaukee. Mets and the Brewers are scoreless. And a throw over. Headley back on the back. American League Red Sox have jumped out to a 7-0 lead at New York. That's in the 4th inning.
You know, I think they might be in first place by tomorrow.
It's a good possibility.
Yep. They're tied with them right now, but they're going to go ahead by a game.
Big Poppy, David Ortiz, hit his 15th home run of the year. 2-2 to Ludwig. And a high fly ball to deep right center field. Chasing now Smith. Smith is under it. He's got it in the alley, and heading back to first base now is Headley. It's just off the sweet spot of the bat, right off the end of it, opposite way, and Smith makes the catch for out number 1.
Hey, gang, when it comes to quality and fuel efficiency, Toyota's got what it takes. When it comes to great deals and service, your San Diego County Toyota dealers got what it takes. A lot of them have great cars.
So a 3-1 lead for the Rockies, and the batter will be Brad Hawpe. They're going to put a little bit of a shift on for him, it looks like. Actually, I saw Tulowitzki coming back from his conversation with the pitcher. It looked like he was going to go to the right side, but he'll just back up and play pretty much up the middle.
Yeah, they play the outfield to the left, infield to the right.
Mm-hmm. So Hawpe is 0 for 2. First one low and in for ball 1.
You know, it happens so often with the look at the defense. Infield goes one way, the outfield goes another.
Yeah, they have all that information down there in a large 3-ring binder.
Yep, that's what the advanced scouts do for you. Tell you where they're going to hit the ball.
Quick throw over, Headley back on the back. Not only where they're going to hit it, but what kind of pitches they hit in certain counts and against certain pitchers on certain days of the week, and you know that kind of, they have so much information down there.
All those spies are right below us, right behind home plate, logging everything they do.
Those are the guys with the radar guns down there, and they're charting pitches and looking at tendencies. The 1-0 ground ball, right side, base hit past the dive of Helton. Rounding second, on his way to third. Now is Headley. He digs for third. He'll get there. So a seeing eye single by Brad Hawpe puts him at the corners with only 1 away in the 6th inning.
I'll tell you what, that was a money hit, and we'll see if Hundley can give us one as well.
So Nick Hundley coming to the plate. First game back from the disabled list. A little flare pop-up single just over the second baseman's head his first time up, and he's grounded to third, so 1 for 2.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Helton was holding the bag as he was. They're not going to be running much in a case like that, and that's what helped Hawpe get the base hit.
So now Ionetta will go out in front of home plate, go through a series of signs for the infielders. They always do that with first and third. The reason being, they want to know where the throw is going to go if the man from first takes off. If it's a double steal, whether they feel that's on. Sometimes a shortstop will come in and take the throw in front of the bag and gun it home.
Well, if Hop takes off, it'll be a shocker. He has no stolen bases.
And not a lot of speed, but stranger things have happened.
Oh, yeah.
And Hundley takes the first pitch, a fastball inside for ball one.
The key here is to stay out of a double play. Now, you got a guy with some power, so you're not looking for hit and run situations, but basically, you want to stay out of that double play. That'll kill the inning and take a run away from you.
Luke Gregerson beginning to warm up now for the Padres in their bullpen. And Hundley hits one off the end of the bat. That's fouling out of play, right side, 1-1.
It's kind of tough for Hundley. He's been out of the back for a long time. Even though it was down to Tucson, it's not the same. Minor leagues and big leagues are light years apart.
One and one, the count to Nick Hundley. Off at first, Headley at third. They are the tying runs. Swing and a miss. Fastball got in on him that time, 1-2.
And not a fast fastball, 87. That's not going to blow you away, but they got a good spot on it, as you mentioned before. Throwing it in the right direction and the right place is just as critical as the speed.
Rockies leading 3-1, sixth inning. Padres have a threat mounting here with one away and runners at the corners. Now Cook's 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip. It was held by Ionetta. That is strike three and a big second out. So that'll bring up Jorge Cantu now. It'll be up to him to keep this inning going and try to get a run home here to get a little bit closer in this game. Fourth strikeout for Cook.
Well, Cantu hit the ball well the first time. The second time hit a rocket to left field, but right at the left fielder.
Well, Cantu will not be facing Aaron Cook, it does not appear.
Okay.
As Jim Tracy is out of the third base dugout, now slowly making his way to the mound. Matt Belisle has been warming up. Looks like he's ready. We'll wait to make sure that Tracy does go to the bullpen here. Last night we saw Buddy Black come out and chat with Tim Stauffer and leave him in the game in the eighth inning.
Yeah, most times when the manager goes out there, that's it. But in some cases, he might say, "How do you feel?" And that's what he said. How do you feel?
He said, "How do you feel?" And you know, it's funny because the manager will not only ask the pitcher how he feels, he'll talk to the catcher.
Yeah, but don't let the pitcher hear you.
Exactly. He'll say, "Hey, how's his stuff? Is he still hitting the spots? Is he still doing well? Still got life to the fastball? Does he still have good movement on the slider?" And Jim Tracy got the right answers apparently for at least his liking, and he'll leave Aaron Cook in the game.
Well, the strikeout of the runner at third base hurt. Now you got Cantu up there. If he can get something going here, the Padres still have a chance to bounce back a little.
And now the pitch. Cantu takes it in the dirt. It hops past Ionetta. Here comes Headley to score. And it's now a 3-2 game.
See? Nothing to this game. Wild pitch.
Steal a run on the wild pitch and get within a run.
And the other guys were at second base.
So the wild one allows a run to come home. And you talk about a wild one. That one bounced in and then almost gopped up over the screen.
Yeah, that bounced about a foot ahead of home plate. It wasn't even close. But right now, there's a tying run at second base. We're in the sixth inning. A lot of time yet.
And they're not going to mess with Cantu now with first base open. They're going to put him on intentionally. And set up the force here with two away for Alberto Gonzalez, who wound up driving in the Padres' first run of the game with the bases loaded, ground out. That came back in the second inning when the Padres took the 1-0 lead. Rocky scored two in the third, a solo home run by Todd Helton. And an RBI single by Wigginton made it a 3-1 game after an RBI by Tulowitzki in the fifth. And now the Padres have inched to within a run here, 3-2 on the wild one by Aaron Cook, and that's going to be it for Aaron Cook. So Jim Tracy this time will definitely go to the bullpen. We'll take a quick timeout. First and second for the Padres here with two away in the sixth inning. A run is home. Rockies 3, Padres 2. Back with more in a moment. Padre Baseball, XX 1090, the Padres Radio Network.
When it comes to savings and value, there's only one company that does it
Rockies won at 3-0. Padres won at 2-0 last night. But the Padres are trailing 3-2 now in the 6th inning. A run is home, and runners are at first and second for Alberto Gonzalez. The tying run is Brad Hopp. Go-ahead run Cantu at first. Kyle Phillips has also grabbed a bat. He's in the on-deck circle should the inning continue. And the first one to Gonzalez is in for strike one. So Alberto, again, as mentioned, has driven in a run, his 11th of the year, and is 0 for 2 in this game. Lyle didn't like the sign. Now Ionetta is going to go out again in front of home plate and go through some signs for the infielders. White Sox out to an early 1-0 lead against Seattle in Chicago. Same story, Toronto with Kansas City, 1-0 in the second. Toronto leading. Now Belial taking some extra time here, ready to go on his 0-1. And Gonzalez takes it inside. Backed him onto the plate. 1-1.
Certainly has jacked up the fastball on the fastball. Man, he's gone from 89 to 92 and 3. Popped the ball pretty good.
1-1 strike on Alberto Gonzalez. And time called at home plate by Ionetta. See, nowadays when an umpire calls timeout at home plate, everybody kind of moans and groans. He identifies the guy that called timeout to make sure that the directed anger is at the right person. Here's the 1-1. Line drive, base hit, right field. Here comes Hopp. He's being waved. Here comes the throw toward the plate. And it's on one bounce and away. Sliding in safely is Hopp. And we are tied 3-3. Alberto Gonzalez delivers.
He does it again. Big one.
Three game. Gonzalez driving in his second run of this ball game. Seth Smith came up throwing, and for the second time in this series, a close play at the plate, but a ball that short hopped the catcher and was unable to be hauled in. And Hopp slid in safely, and we're tied at 3.
Actually, the throw beat him by a pretty good margin, but as you said, the short hop killed him.
So Gonzalez with a single and a run batted in. He takes second on the throw home, and down to third goes Cantu. And now, as mentioned, Phillips will come up as a pinch hitter. Kyle Phillips. So Mosley now off the hook. And a pitch low end outside for ball one.
And of course, the guy did a pretty good job for Colorado. Cook has no chance to win. Could lose.
Cook is still responsible, as Jerry is telling you, for the runner at third base. That is Jorge Cantu. And a liner foul, third base side out of play, 1-1. So a 2-run sixth to this point for the San Diego Padres to tie this game at 3.
Yeah, they've got 3 catchers, and I'm wondering with Phillips, a left-hand bat, he might get the break because of his left-hand bat.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Between him and Johnson.
Chad Qualls beginning to loosen up now for the Padres in their bullpen out beyond the left center field wall. So 2 men are in scoring position here, and if Kyle Phillips could come up with a big hit right here, possibility of a couple of runs scoring. 6th inning at Petco Park, 3-3 game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Phillips grounds it up the first base line, but foul right to the capable hands of Dave Roberts in the coaching box at first. I know he was an outfielder, but he looked that ball into his hands perfectly like a good infielder would. So now Phillips down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
For the Padre bullpen, this definitely is an at-bat that could be critical. We'll see.
Phillips batting in the pitcher spot here. And the 1-2 pitch is lined sharply foul, third base side.
So good cuts.
Well, the second at bat for Kyle Phillips as a pinch hitter this year. He is 0 for 1.
Toughest job in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Sit around for 7 innings and go up and get a hit.
Against the guy throwing 93 most of the time and with an exploding slider.
Not easy.
Again, the count 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Kyle Phillips. 2nd and 3rd with 2 away. And the pitch high, 2-2. Good block there by Iannetta. He had to really get up out of that crouch quickly. Otherwise, that ball was ticketed for the screen. So now it evens at 2-2. Run is home on a wild pitch by Cook, and now a clutch 2-out RBI single by Alberto Gonzalez has tied it at 3. The 2-2 pitch. Line foul again, third base side. Crowd trying to rev itself up a little bit here. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Kyle Phillips from Matt Belisle on its way. And a fly ball into center field. Gonzalez tracking now into the alley in left center. He has a beat and makes the grab, and the inning has come to an end. But the Padres tie it. They score a couple of runs on 2 base hits and leave 2. And after 6, Padres 3, Rockies 3. This is Padre Baseball.
Menu of hot dogs, burgers, pizza, fries, and more. Just 1 hour up to 15. Call 951-245-HITS or stormbaseball.com.
You're listening to Padres Baseball on XX 1090.
Chad Qualls will be the new pitcher here for the Padres in a brand new ball game as we go to the top of the 7th inning, all tied at 3. Padres tied it in that 6th inning. Run scoring on a wild pitch, and then Alberto Gonzalez, as he has been doing somewhat regularly on this homestand, coming up with big clutch RBI late in ball games, and today was no different. A single to right field tied the game at 3. And with Qualls on, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters to face him, starting with Chris Nelson, Todd Helton, and Troy Tulowitzki. So Qualls now appearing for the 30th time. That ties him with Luke Gregerson for the most appearances.
We're short an umpire again. I don't know if you noticed. Just left the field.
Tim Cheetah is going. I wonder if this has something to do with turning the lights on. This is the beginning of an inning. He's the crew chief. He went into the first base dugout, the home dugout. And I think he wants the lights to get turned on, and they have to be turned on at the beginning of an inning. And yep, as we speak, the lights are coming on.
You know, I didn't think it was that dark, did you?
No, not really.
Yeah, well.
But I think they figured by the time that this half inning is complete, it would be a little darker. And
yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Got to turn it on right now. So that task is done. As the lights start to heat up a little bit. All right, Chris Nelson at the plate, and a 3-3 game in the 7th inning. And a first one is low and in for ball one.
Yeah, one thing about the lights, they certainly come on faster than they used to. It used to take about 35 to 40 seconds.
Warm those things up, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You had a 6:35 game or something like that. Turn them on at 5:30. Here's the 1-0. Good slider in for a strike, 1-1. So Qualls, the former Astro, the former Diamondback, and Ray. Now here, a big member of the San Diego Padres bullpen, which is number one in all of Major League Baseball. The 1-1 pitch, little jam shot. Right back to Qualls on the front side of the mound. Throwing to first in time, 1 up, 1 out here in the 7th inning.
Hey, when the next party at the park is this Friday, join us at June the 10th. This Friday, Padres take on the Washington Nationals, 7:05. And starting at 4:30, fans can enjoy margaritas, food, and live music from the Coastal Riders, my favorites, the Coastal Riders. Visit Padres.com/Margarita Park for all the details. Do we know the Coastal Riders?
I don't, but
what we know now.
They have to be really, really good if they're playing at the party at the park.
Got that right.
I mean, only the best.
Keep people happy.
Absolutely right. Pitch to Helton. He had a home run in this ball game, and
well, my not to retire. I had a problem.
The 1-0 pitch off the end of the bat. That's fouled out of play.
This guy has been a pain in the Padres' neck all day. Single, home run, double. Wow, 2 runs scored.
Well, all he needs is the triple.
Yeah, for the cycle. We've never had that, you know.
I know.
Isn't that amazing? That no-hitter is never done by a Padre.
Helton has done it one other time in his career. Now just a triple shy of his second. Qualls will try to put an end to that right here. 1-1 pitch now to Helton. And a good slider in for a strike, 1-2.
Well, for him to hit a triple with his speed, he better hit it in exactly the right spot and have it roll around a little bit out there.
There's a couple of good spots for triples in this ballpark, and one of them is by that 401 sign out in deep left center.
Right center, over there.
And the other one by the 400 sign in deep right center. Now the 1-2 pitch. Helton takes it low and in. It's even now, 2-2. Back-to-back sliders from Chad Qualls. Well, one Padre nemesis today, and that was Aaron Cook. Tomorrow we get another one. Livan Hernandez of the Washington Nationals. He'll be opposed by San Diego product Aaron Harang. Get that one underway at 7:05 tomorrow night. 2-2 pitch. Low, and it's full, 3-2.
Aaron's one of the few pitchers the Padres have that gets some runs. He pitches well, but he has from time to time 4 or 5 runs. Not bad.
Unlike Dustin Mosley, who did end up leaving the game with a shoulder injury. He'll be reevaluated. It was his left shoulder. 3-2 in the air to right center field. Hit pretty well. Hop will chase. It's going out toward that triples alley in right center field. Helton digs for second. He will stand with a double.
4 hits.
So the 1-out double has the go-ahead run in scoring position now for a couple of big hitters coming up here in Tulowitzki and Smith.
Yeah, poor Helton's had a tough couple of days here. He is 7 for 12.
Poor guy.
4 for 4 today. Average climbing.
Helton has had a 5-hit game in his career. That came back in 2000 against the Montreal Expos. So 4 hits, just a walk in the park for him.
Well, he's been probably the best hitter the Rockies ever had anytime, any place. Consistency, incredible. He's a tough cookie, though, right here.
Troy Tulowitzki with a couple of hits, a hit batter, that is. He's been on base 3 times. Qualls gets ahead, though, with a first pitch strike on a fastball, 0-1. A 3-3 game in the top of the 7th inning. Helton at second base with 1 away. And the 0-1 is in the air down the right field line. Long run now for Hop, heading toward that line. He is under it. He's got it with a nice running catch into foul territory. And he'll hold Helton at second base, 2 away.
Doesn't look bad for a guy who didn't play in the outfield for a long time.
Some of those skills just don't go away. It's like riding a bike. Get back out there and, oh, yeah, I remember how to do this.
Well, the guy that hit the ball ahead of him by the name of Helton put him in the outfield in a hurry. They got him in Colorado. He was a first baseman. And, 7 years later, got back to first when he came here. Now he's back in the outfield.
So here is Seth Smith. And they're going to walk him with first base open.
Not a bad idea.
They'll work to the right-hander, Ty Wigginton, who did single in. At that point, the go-ahead run came in the third. Since then, the Padres have tied it. It is 3-3 in the seventh inning with 2 away. And now runners will be at first and second for Ty Wigginton to come up. We invite you to stick around. The postgame show coming up. Coach John Quintero will have that for you. And we're being told also that General Manager Jed Hoyer will speak to the media prior to Buddy Black's availability today after the game, and we can only surmise that it'll be some information about Anthony Rizzo. Again, it's being presumed that he'll be called up for tomorrow's game, but we may get that official word later on.
Gotta feel sorry for Rizzo if he is, because they're going to expect the world from him, and the pressure on him is going to be intense until he gets organized. It may take a while. So if he does come in, give him a break. Give him a little chance to get ready.
So stick around for the post-game show following this broadcast and this ballgame. Now the pitch to Wigginton. It's inside for ball one. Ball's humming with that fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Somebody told me that Rizzo came with 4 bags.
Oh, from Tucson?
Yeah, that's not just a trip to the doctor's office. You know?
No. There comes the 1-0 pitch. Chopped off home plate, going foul. And into that third base dugout. The count evens at a ball and a strike. Must have been a pretty expensive proposition there at the airport, though, because a lot of airlines are charging for the bags and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
well, Delta got on the griddle today because they were charging these kids coming up from Iraq and all the military for extra luggage, which isn't exactly right.
I think they got that straightened out, though.
Yeah.
Time called. As Huntley will go on and chat with Qualls. And a quick reminder for you that coming up on Sunday, June 12th, Padres and the Nationals at 1:05. It's Padres Photo Day before the game. Presented by Verizon. 11 to noon is when you can get on the field to take pictures of your favorite Padre players. First 8,000 kids, 14 and younger, get Padres sweatbands presented by Northgate Gonzalez Market. Tickets available at Padres.com. Wigginton pops it up, foul, straight back, out of play. So now 1-2 is the count.
Andy, that photo day is a great day for the kids. I mean, they have more fun. They walk around the outfield. The players are all out there, take pictures, sign autographs. It's really a wonderful, wonderful day for the youngsters. So bring them out and have some fun.
So Wigginton behind 1-2. Runners are at first and second for the Rockies here in the seventh inning. A tie game, 3-3. Qualls has his sign. He's ready. And here comes his 1-2 pitch inside. And a good shift to the left there by Hundley. As the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, if he gets on, Charlie Blackmon is the next guy who is a rookie, so to speak. Hasn't played at all this year. He's 0 for 3 this season. And he'll be the next batter, but he's left-handed.
Two balls and 2 strikes. And time called at home plate here by Nick Hundley. Now Qualls looks in, has the one he wants, ready on the 2-2. Here it comes to Wigginton, slider outside. We've gone full, 3-2.
Quickly here, Boston was leading the Yankees like 7-1. Now it's 7-4 in the 6th inning. The Yankees creeping up.
A-Rod has hit a home run. Alex Rodriguez is 11th.
He can hit. He'll probably get 700 if he holds on.
Now the runners will be off on this pitch on a 3-2 offering to Ty Wigginton. Chad Qualls ready to go. Here it comes, and a high bounding ball toward third. Charging it, gloving it is Headley. On the run throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So a nice job by Chad Qualls to wiggle out of trouble. The double does no damage. And the Rockies don't score. 1 hit, 2 left. Stretch time. Here. Patterson leading off the bottom of the 7th inning, a 3-3 game. And Matt Belisle's still on, and a first pitch slider taken for a strike, 0-1. Patterson's been on base all day. And he'll take another strike, 0-2. Patterson led off the game for the Padres with a double. Unfortunately, was picked off second base, and then was caught stealing after a walk and singled in his last at bat. 0-2, a high pop-up into left field, right field, that is, excuse me. And the right fielder now, Smith, coming in to make the one-hand grab. That was a hanging curveball that Patterson, I'm sure he wishes had back to swing at again.
Tell you what, that's the kind of a guy you want to get on. With his speed, he can do things for you. But now Bartlett, not a slow man, got 10 stolen bases. Let's see what he can do.
Jim Tracy with a lefty up and throwing. Matt Reynolds.
If this game goes on, we're going to see 6 pitchers from each side before it's over, the way it's going.
And this may sound strange to you, but Reynolds may, in fact, be getting ready for a right-hander because this lefty has much better numbers against righties than he does against lefties.
Amazing. It happens with slider. You know, Billy Pierce was like that.
First pitch is on the corner for a strike to Bartlett, 0-1.
He came back along with the first human slider by a left-hander and knocked right-handers out of the box.
And Bartlett late on that one, swings and fouls it out of play, 0-2.
Including me, I might add. It might have got me once or twice.
No way, I don't believe that. I have to look that up.
No, it was a tough pitch to handle. It looked like a fastball. All of a sudden, it's on your fist.
0-2 now. Bartlett takes it just inside, 1-2.
You know, handle those guys. You move up on it before it breaks. Get back, you get killed.
1-2 pitch. Bartlett on the ground, short. Scooped up there by Tulowitzki, and a couple of clutches, and then the throw on to first in time to get Bartlett. 2 away.
I got to talk to him about that. Throw the ball. And everybody then he throws it and just gets them all the time. But some days you're going to blow a play, they're going to say, throw the ball. He goes over toward the foul line over here and throws it immediately and gets him easy. But routine plays, tough for him.
Here's Headley swinging at the first one and fouling it back to the screen. 0-1 on the curve. 3-3 game in the 7th inning. Padres with 2 away and nobody on. Mike Adams now throwing for the Padres in their bullpen. 0-1 on the ground, first base, but foul, 0-2. I mentioned earlier the Giants win their game 3-1 over the Washington Nationals. Here's the 0-2, line foul, third base. And the Phillies, on the strength of a Ryan Howard home run, his 13th, have taken a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers in the 6th inning in Philadelphia.
He can hit with power.
No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Chase Headley. Low and outside, 1-2.
Look at Headley. Only got Ludwig coming up, who's got the pop in the bat. Extra bases, you never know. We'll find out.
1-2 pitch. Again, same spot. Outside, 2-2. Lyle not messing around. Gets the ball back, ready to throw. And the 2-2 delivery. Got him looking. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And the inning is over. Padres go in order here in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Padres 3, Rockies 3. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network.
Tom Bodette here to pitch a new reality show. Take several hundred.
Buddy Black, Mike Adams, appearing now for the 28th time. 2-1 record, a 1.35 on the ERA. 1 save this year. And the numbers are just gaudy. 26 2/3 innings of work, 14 hits, and 31 strikeouts. Mike has been featuring a lot more of the cut fastball these days as well. Cutter to go along with his slider. And a very good fastball working around 94 miles an hour.
My gut feeling is that if Bell should leave the club for whatever reason, Adams would be the next guy going in to close it out.
Certainly got the stuff.
Yep.
So Adams will come in and he'll face the lower third of the batting order. Blackman, Iannetta, and the pitcher's spot due up here for Jim Tracy. So Blackman got his first big league hit. His first time to the plate here today after an 0 for 3 yesterday. It's like strike 1.
On the other hand, if Bell stays, Adams may leave to do better for himself as a closer. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but it could happen.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch now from Mike Adams after the double clutch to get set. And a pitch on the slider, low and in for ball 1. 1-1 the count on Charlie Blackman. Came up from AAA. Starting in his second consecutive major league game. Here's the 1-1 pitch now for Mike Adams. That's in for a strike. Again with the slider. 1-2 now the count on Blackman.
The big thing about Adams is he throws strikes and their sinkers down mostly. That's his best pitch. Get it down there.
Outfield shaded toward left. Big gap in right center. Pitch outside. 2-2.
They showed a picture of Blackman close up. Looked like he just got out of high school. Boy, he's a young kid.
Very much, yeah. Left-hand batter. Against Mike Adams, coming off a career-high 70 games of work last year. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Blackman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now on a slider, 1 away.
Okay, gang, Cabot Stains. You're probably never going to take the field in the majors, of course, but you can look like a pro in your own backyard when you finish your deck with Cabot Wood Stain, the one in the yellow can. Check that yellow can. Cabot, that's the pro.
So 1 away in a tie game, 3-3, 8th inning, and the catcher, Chris Iannetta, will come to the plate. Eric Young Jr. has a bat in his hand. Over near the on-deck circle on the third base side. And the first pitch to Iannetta, way out in front. 0-1 on the swing and the miss. Another good Mike Adams slider.
He's got that long, lean body, and I think it's tough to pick up the ball when he delivers. That's what it must be, because it isn't overpowering, but boy, he gets him swinging.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and again out in front, swing and a miss. Iannetta down 0-2. So Mike Adams has done well in his career against the Colorado Rockies. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. That's what you say.
Don't want to get too involved in the numbers here because, well, you know. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3 call. Fastball, 93 miles an hour. 2 away.
Does that tell you what his skills are? Location of the baseball with speed. He's incredible.
I mean, right there. But you get the steady dose of the slider, and then you have that cut fastball in your mind, too. And then you get the straight fastball in an unhittable spot. And all you can do is take it. And he did. So here's Eric Young Jr., as mentioned, coming up as a pinch hitter.
Pinch hit the other day, bounced to second.
Son of the former major leaguer Eric Young, who is now on the coaching staff in Arizona. First base coach for Kirk Gibson. Swing and a miss. Tied him up inside.
You know, you see a lot of that these days where young players whose dads have been in the big leagues try for the big apple or whatever. Try to get that big money going.
3-3 game in the top of the 8th. 2 away. And the base is empty. Here comes the 0-1 from Mike Adams. Swing and a miss. Actually a foul tip.
Can't be that easy, can it?
I don't know. He's making it look that easy, isn't he?
Certainly is.
So Mike Adams, 6'5", 195-pounder, 32 years of age.
Very pleasant man, by the way.
One of the better guys in that clubhouse to talk to.
Yeah.
So EY Jr. down 0-2 here. Adams is ready. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. And a ground ball weakly to first base. Fielder there on the second hop by Cantu. He'll touch the bag. And a 1-2-3 inning. What else is new for Mike Adams and the San Diego Padres bullpen? We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Padres 3, Rockies 3. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network. as Ryan Ludwig will come up against the new Rockies pitcher, right-hander Matt Lindstrom. Lindstrom, the former closer of the Florida Marlins. And now here with the Colorado Rockies. This guy throws hard. First pitch is outside for ball one. Like I said, 97 miles an hour on the first one. He throws with a little gas behind it there. 1 ball, no strikes. And now the pitch to Ludwig. And that's a little bit low also. 2-0. Back-to-back fastballs. No record on the year and a 1.48 ERA, 28th appearance. 2-0 pitch. Ripped foul down the third base side. He got a good swing at a 95 mile an hour fastball.
That's something you like to see with Ludwig and his power. Run into one of our friends' fastballs out there that might go 1.5 miles. So Lindstrom trying to get it by him. Ludwig trying to hit it.
Lindstrom last year with the Astros, previous with the Marlins. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a ground ball sharply wide of third into left field, a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base here in the 8th inning. 3-3 game.
Yeah, with that speed, you wouldn't think he could pull a ball, but he did. Nice work. Hey, step up to the plate, Padre fans. It's time to root for healthy dogs and cats with Petco certified nutrition. It's food that meets Petco standards for essential, advanced, or natural nutrition. Learn more at petco.com/certified. Petco, where the healthy pets go, and that's where Gus goes every day. My favorite dog.
So with that being the go-ahead run, Buddy Black will go to the bench, and he'll use Chris Denorfia as a pinch runner for Ryan Ludwig. Brad Hopp now at the plate, singled and scored back in the 6th inning. That's when the Padres tied it. They got a run on a wild pitch. And they also scored on a clutch RBI single by Alberto Gonzalez to tie this game, 3-3. So Lindstrom, 6'3", 220, 31 years of age, from Rexburg, Idaho. Now living in Colorado area, or Denver area. There's a pitch low and outside, 1-0. And again, as the closer, say 15 games for the Marlins in 09 and 23 games for the Astros last year. Now mainly as a setup guy for Houston Street. Throw over, Denorfia back on the bag.
Well, the pretty part of it is when a guy, if he's that good, keeps moving around, you wonder why. Got good stuff, but maybe it doesn't work sometimes.
One ball, no strikes to Hopp, and the pitch inside and low, 2-0.
Maybe that's why. Home plate moving.
Well, we've talked about this. You know, we talked about it earlier with the fastball. You can throw 96 or 97, but if you can't throw it over the plate, what good are you?
Well, one guy's going to be in the 9th inning. Is going to be Mr. Bell. He's warming right now.
The go-ahead run is on at first base. Nobody out in the 8th inning. 3-3 ball game. And Lindstrom to the plate, and a big cut and a miss by Hopp on the 2-0. And it's now 2-1.
That was a good fastball. 96. Got him on the inside part of the plate, too. Good stuff.
So Lindstrom will look back over at the runner at first base, Denorfia. Pretty good lead. And with that in mind, he'll throw back. And a one-hop throw, skillfully dug out there by Helton.
Yeah, Helton saved the day on that one. That was a ball. It could have gone down the right field line, and the runner at first could have been at third. It was a bad throw.
I got the battle of facial hair over there at first base. Helton with a nice thick goatee, and then Chris Denorfia, as we've learned from his Wikipedia page, which has some either incorrect or fictional information about Mr. Denorfia, saying that he has the ability to grow lovely facial hair, and we can back that up.
I told him, if you grow that beard, you'll slow you down. You run into the wind.
Chris, a hard-working guy, man. He's been through a lot in his career and is
willing is what he is.
Yep.
Anything you want him to do, he'll do it.
Absolutely. Really helping out the Padres last year and so far this year. Pinch runner at first base. Long set by Lindstrom. And he'll step off.
You almost got the feeling that Denorfia looked like he might be trying to run. He was getting the lead with a little bit, edging up a little bit, an extra 6 inches. Watch him closely. Catcher can throw.
And we saw that earlier when he threw out Eric Patterson trying to steal in the third inning. A bluff move there by Denorfia. The pitch fouled out of play into the upper deck just to our left. And it's 2-2 now on Brad Hop.
Well, at some point you might want to take a shot at Denorfia, because if Hop doesn't make it, then you got Hundley and Cantu coming up, and you'd like to have a guy at second base.
Well, Brad Hop hit a big home run against these Colorado Rockies. As Ted and I were talking about last night, it was refreshing on our postgame show that night to talk to Brad and have him be very honest and say, hey, no, that wasn't just any other home run. I've been thinking about that one for months. Of course, the Rockies released him last year. And now the 2-2 pitch just missed low. Full count, 3-2.
I would say this is a rather large pitch. Now, he can throw a ball to strike a hitter out. So Hop has got to make sure he makes contact. In fact, if Denorfia goes.
We'll keep an eye on Denorfia for you. Nick Hundley in the on-deck circle. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A tie game, 3-3. Man at first base, Denorfia. There he goes. 3-2 pitch, hit well. Deep right field. Backing up now, Seth Smith. Still chasing near the warning track. He'll make the catch. Now retagging second base and heading back to first is Denorfia. He'll get there safely. Brad Hop just missed.
Well, somewhere, somehow, you got to get Denorfia stealing the base. That's all you can do to get him at second base. You got Hundley and Cantu to follow. Cantu's got some power. Hundley, I don't know about him right now. He hasn't looked that sharp yet coming off of the rehab in Tucson.
Hop thought he got that one. It was a slider that backed over the plate. Seth Smith, about halfway on that warning track and right, made the catch. Give Denorfia a ton of credit for picking the ball up. First of all, he got by second base, so he has to retouch it on the way back. And still made it to first base before the throw. Bob Apodaca, the pitching coach, out. And he'll gather several members of the infield around him. I mentioned that Ted Leitner will be joining us tomorrow, and Ted Leitner's stats are great with Metafast. 40 pounds lost, keeping him off with Metafast. For a center near you, 1-888-9 Metafast, or go to mymetafastsandiego.com.
So I said to Ted the other day, man, you're looking skinny. He has lost a lot of weight.
Yes, he has.
Great. He really does.
I'm sure he did not mind hearing that at all. So the conference on the mound now over. Apodaca will walk back to the third base dugout. Padres have the go-ahead run out at first base now with one away. And the batter will be Nick Hundley, activated from the disabled list today. Blake T. Cody was optioned to Double-A.
Let's keep our eye on Denorfia, see what he does.
Okay. That we can do. Lindstrom will look in. And then look over his shoulder there at Denorfia at first base. He is going. And the pitch swung on and missed. The throw by Ionetta will never get him. Safe at second base is Denorfia. He had a great jump.
Boy, you can say that again.
5th stolen base of the year for Denorfia, and a big one right there is now the go-ahead run is in scoring position with one away.
So the Padres with chances to win it with a base hit. Got Hop and Hundley. Pardon me, you got Hundley and Cantu. Hop already made that long drive to right.
So Hundley 1 hit in 3 tries here today in his first game back since May 4th. Lindstrom set the 0-1 pitch. Hundley checks, takes it outside. The ball pops away from Ionetta. Down to third goes Denorfia.
That looks like a pass ball to me. Popped into the glove and out of the glove. So 90 feet away, there it is.
Ionetta thought he should have had it. Pass ball. As he was going for it, he slammed his mask to the dirt area right around home plate. Now the infield has to come in. Well, that certainly helps the angles here for Nick Hundley. Trying to guide one through here. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. He was right on that fastball. 1-2.
My suggestion is choke up a little bit. Just hit a fly ball. The guy at third base can score in almost any fly ball.
Smith is shallow in right. Gonzalez with a pretty good arm is pretty deep in center, and Blackman deep in left.
Yeah, the balls you want to hit is the left and center, not the right. The right fielder's got a good eye on it.
1-2 is fouled on a play right side again with a good 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Nick right on it. Stays alive, still 1-2.
Has he thrown anything but fastballs? Almost.
I think I've seen maybe 1 or 2 sliders.
Yeah,
that's it.
Not many, I'll tell you. So you start looking slider, and you're allowed to get miss everything.
The 1-2 to Hundley. Outside. There was a slider. 2-2.
And he missed big by about 2 feet.
3-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Go ahead run. Denorfia at third base.
With some great games here, I'll tell you that. They've been great.
Now Lindstrom ready to go on his 2-2. Infield in, the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle, knocked down by Lindstrom. He'll throw home, and sliding in is Denorfia, and he is tagged out.
That's a bad play. No place to go.
So the go-ahead run, cut down at home plate. Safe at first on the fielder's choice is Hundley. 1-2 on the putout.
Well, that ball was in the pitcher's glove when he broke to the plate, for heaven's sake.
So here is Jorge Cantu. Now with 2 away and a man at first base. And now the pitch. Cantu takes a strike inside corner, 0-1. Next offering is a slider outside, and they evens the count now at 1-1. Cantu on the day has a hit. He was intentionally walked. He has flied to left. Here's the 1-1, low and outside. Good block that time by Ionetta. So a new baseball put into play here. Just for giggles, looking at Cantu's numbers here lifetime against Lindstrom at a very small sample size, 1 for 2. Hundley at first base with 2 away. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And a ground ball back up toward the middle. Center field, a base hit. Hundley turns second, will hang on. So again, the go-ahead run is in scoring position. And Alberto Gonzalez, who drove in a clutch 2-run single, drove in a run with a clutch 2-run single his last time up, will come up again with a man in scoring position. So a 2-hit day for Cantu. And now Lindstrom will go to work here on Alberto Gonzalez. 3-3 game. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. These two have seen each other in their days with the Marlins and the Nationals, respectively. Lindstrom on the mound, Gonzalez at the plate. And the first pitch is a high fly ball to deep left center field. Tracking now is Gonzalez. He is there. He's got it. And the inning is over. So the Padres had him at third base and could not get him in. And they walk away with nothing here in the 8th inning on a couple of base hits and 2 men left after 8. So Heath Bell in here in the 9th inning of a tie game, 3-3. Also defensively remaining in the game at center is Chris Denorfia. That'll shift Eric Patterson from center to left. So it's Patterson, Denorfia, and Hopp in the outfield. And again, as mentioned, Heath Bell will come in, top of the order here for the Rockies in the top of the 9th inning. 3-3 has been tied since the 6th. That's when Alberto Gonzalez tied it up with a clutch 2-out single. Padres had action there, as so to speak, in the 8th inning with a runner at third base and only one away. And could not get that run home. So Bell will come in. Obviously not a safe situation. 27th appearance. 2-1 on a 1-7-3. Heath did work a scoreless 9th inning last night to pick up save number 17. 17 out of 18. And a first pitch strike to get ahead of Gonzalez. 0-1 with the curve. Heath Bell slinging that right arm down. Now has a sign from Hundley, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball, outer half, 0-2.
Well, that's probably part of Gonzalez's problem. That was not a strike at all. It was out and away.
No balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Gonzalez will take a fastball high and outside, 1-2.
So Bell tested him again. He didn't go this time.
Figured why not, right?
Yeah.
Several other games are underway, some getting ready to start. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line foul, third base side, out of play. Heath did not face Carlos Gonzalez last night. Gonzalez, Nelson, and Helton scheduled 3 here against the Padres closer in a tie game in the 9th inning. The 1-2 by Bell, grounded back up the middle. That's going to sneak into center field, a base hit. First hit in 5 at-bats for Carlos Gonzalez, and it comes leading off the 9th inning. So Nelson will not bat. It's going to be Jonathan Herrera. Switch hitting infielder. So Herrera will come in and bat for Nelson. With a man at first base. Carlos Gonzalez does have some speed. He has 8 stolen bases.
These big guys coming up, he may try something like hit and run or a bunt. We'll see which way it goes.
Jonathan Herrera, a good handler of the bat. And he does bunt, pops it up though, and it bounces, and then lost it was Cantu, but recovered nicely by Hundley to throw on to second base with Alberto Gonzalez on the cover.
Boy, what a save that was. Wow.
Jorge Cantu couldn't decide whether to make that catch on the fly or let it bounce. He let it bounce. It skipped away from him momentarily, but Hundley right on there and able to make the throw on to first base.
Boy, big play.
Not too many times you see a sacrifice go 3-2-4. But that's what it did. I believe that Cantu touched it, so he'll get credit for an assist.
Here you got the bad guy coming in.
And they're not going to mess with him. They're going to put him on base. Intentionally walk Todd Helton.
He's hot.
Yeah, I guess after 4 hits, 3 of them extra base hits, you've had enough of him today. And it'll bring up, struggling or not, Troy Tulowitzki to the plate with first and second and only 1 away in this top of the 9th of a 3-3 game.
Well, Tulowitzki's been getting some of the biggest hits by anybody on that Rocky ball club. He's the next guy coming on.
So there is ball 3, intentionally wide.
Yeah, Helton started at a 300 batting average. He's up to 317 with that 4-for-4.
And Hundley with the glove extended left will take ball 4. So Helton will jog on down to first base. First and second now with 1 away for Tulowitzki. 3-3 game here in the top of inning number 9. Well, what else would you expect? San Diego Padres play a ton of close games.
Well, I'll tell you, that's some exciting games there, no question.
Absolutely right. Not for the faint of heart, but good for the baseball fan. As Rafael Betancourt, a human rain delay, and Houston Street, the closer, beginning to warm up now for the Rockies in the pen and right. And a fly ball foul off the first pitch, out of play right side.
You know, the one thing about Tulowitzki, you got to remember, he is second in baseball, in the National League anyway, in fewest strikeouts. He makes contact.
2 for 3 in the game today. He was also hit by a pitch. So men on at first and second for the Rockies with one away. 3-3 game, 9th inning. Pitch by Bell, fouled straight back. Had a good rip. Troy Tulowitzki is, in fact, the second hardest to fan in the major league, in the National Leagues. Placido Polanco of the Philadelphia Phillies is the toughest to fan. So it's 0-2. Tulowitzki awaiting the pitch from Heath Bell. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Wow.
Where did that miss? Man, oh man.
Of course,
1 and 2.
We're prejudiced up here. You got to remember that. But man, that looked pretty good.
Nick Hundley just kind of held it there, saying, "Are you kidding me?" Now the 1-2. Tulowitzki gets out of the way of that ball as it gets away from Hundley to the left, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Now they're at second and third with one away.
It's got to be called a pass ball, a little bit outside, but they got a full glove on it. It just popped out. Wild pitch? I don't know.
Heath Bell charged with a wild pitch. The ball came into the batter, so I guess they're going to say that Hundley didn't have an adequate chance to field it, but as a result, everybody moves up 90 feet now, second and third. That'll force the infield to come in at all four spots here with only one out in the 9th inning of a tie game, 3-3. The 2-2 pitch in the air, foul right side. So now it sets up the Rockies for a fly ball to try to score the run from third. I guess what I'm saying is that the run can score on an out here. Heath Bell trying to prevent that. Keep this game tied to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Two on the way. Tulowitzki hits it into right center field. A base hit. 2 runs are going to score. Tulowitzki digs for second. He will slide in with a 2-run double, and it's a 5-3 Colorado lead. So Tulowitzki drives in 3 runs so far in this game. None bigger than those 2 right there, giving the Rockies a 5-3 lead here in the 9th inning. And Seth Smith fooled and could not hold up the swing. He is down 0-1. Still only 1 away. Pitch in the dirt, blocked skillfully there by Hundley. So Tulowitzki now with 36 runs batted in.
He's a tough guy, really has been. He got off to a great start early on, settled in. Now picking up the pace a little bit again.
Bell will look back at second. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. So the wild pitch allowed everyone to move up, and then both runs were able to score on that well-placed double into right center field off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki. There's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Smith down on strikes. So now 2 away for Ty Wigginton with a man at second. A rather disappointing turn of events here, especially starting at the bottom of the 8th inning. The Padres had a chance to take the lead and could not with a man at third base and only 1 away. And now you walk Helton to get to Tulowitzki, and you have to think, and not to use revisionist history here, but if the runners weren't at second and third, the infield would have been back. And it's not so sure that would have been a double. As it is, a ground ball up the line at third and a foul ball well before the bag. And it's 1-1. But we can always go back and say, what if, it just doesn't matter.
Anytime you get a one-run game or a game like this, there's a lot of what ifs. You know, you can look at different situations in the game, if and so forth, and it drives yourself nuts.
And it's funny, Buddy Black, he's such a realist. And, you know, we talk about a lot of times, how big does that play look now if you get a runner off base and then the next pitch is delivered into center field. But you never know what would have changed. You don't know if the same pitch would have been thrown. You have no idea. And he always likes to point that out to us, as, we like to revisit some of those plays from time to time in doing our job.
Well, he worked in the front office of the Cleveland Indians for several years and developed their farm system, did a lot of things like that not many managers ever do.
He's a smart guy. 2-1 pitch into left. Patterson right there to make the catch, and the inning has come to an end, but not before the Rockies take the lead. They score a couple of runs on 2 hits and leave a man. We have played 8.5 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The runs here, and Houston Street will come on and try to close it out for the Colorado Rockies. Second base now is being played by Jonathan Herrera, who came in to pinch hit. And speaking of pinch hitters here in the number 9 spot, it'll be Aaron Cunningham to do so for the San Diego Padres against Houston Street. Street saved game 1 with a scoreless inning and a couple of strikeouts. It was his 16th of the year. Padres down a couple now in the 9th inning. First one by Street is called, strike 1 to Aaron Cunningham. Cunningham, as a pinch batter, is 1 for 5 in the short time he's been back up with the big league club. A 1 pitch, Hops straight back and foul out of play. 0-2. Cabot Stains. Well, you're probably never going to take the field in the majors, but you can certainly look like a pro in your own backyard when you finish your deck with Cabot wood stains. The one of the yellow can. Cabot, that's pro. 2-run top of the ninth inning has given the Rockies a 2-run lead. 5-3 in the ninth. Here's the 0-2 from Street to Cunningham. Outside. 1-2. So a reminder also, Ted will rejoin us tomorrow as the Nationals come to town. First of a 4-game series. Levon Hernandez and Aaron Harang will meet up in game 1. A 7:05 start at Petco Park tomorrow night. 1-2 pitch. Cunningham reaches out and flares one toward the short right field area, but it's Herrera out to make the catch. Second baseman retires Cunningham, 1 away.
The local kid for San Diego getting a chance to win number 7. He's light years ahead of everybody as far as wins are concerned.
He's had a good year.
Yep.
Those 7 wins, by the way, eclipse his totals
of last year,
from last year and the year before. We each had 6 wins in each of those 2 seasons.
Yeah, there's been some problems that he couldn't overcome, but so far this year he's done quite well.
So here's Eric Patterson, retired for the first time back in the 7th inning. Double single walk. He squared to bunt and takes a strike. Wigginton was creeping in at third. Here's the 0-1 now from Houston Street, and a swing and a fly ball to left. Chasing in now is Blackman, still coming near the line. He'll make the catch, and the Padres down to their final out on this Wednesday afternoon as Jason Bartlett will come to the plate. So the Padres and Rockies will meet once again in short order. Well, it'll be a series starting in Denver on Monday, June 13th. That is after the Nationals leave town here. Padres will fly to Denver after the final game of that series on Sunday. First pitch to Bartlett, a bit low for ball 1.
Kind of strange, that schedule, the way you meet people so quickly. Usually it takes a month or so, but man, they're going at them right and left.
And of course, that next road trip featuring some more interleague play, the Rockies, and then the Twins and the Red Sox. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1 to Bartlett.
You get to see Minnesota's new ballpark.
Oh, yeah. Well, we get to see old friend Adrian Gonzalez with the Boston Red Sox.
He's the enemy. Good guy. Really good guy.
Bartlett tried to check, could not. Comes around on that slider. 1-2. Padres down to their final strike. Rockies with a 5-3 lead here in the 9th inning. Houston Street trying for save 17. Now the pitch. Swinging and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. The Rockies with a 2-run top of the 9th inning have defeated the San Diego Padres here this afternoon to take this series. Today's final 5-3 Rockies here at Petco Park. Rockies coming out of that third base dugout and congratulating one another as the season series is now even on the year, again ahead of the second meeting in Denver coming up next week. 5-3 Rockies, the final here at Petco. We'll take a timeout, come back and recap it for you. Get you ready for that postgame show in just a moment. Padre Baseball, XX 1090 in the Padres Radio Network.
Hi, Tom Bodette wearing a